has been our way.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legend. All right, everybody get on IG Live. Get in the club. Get in the club right now. Let's start early. Shawnee's already outside the club. Let her in. She's on the list.
All right,
Damn, Shawn Robinson is up early.
Good morning, Shawn.
Go ahead.
He beat Kathy now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kathy right behind. It was a tie. It was a tie.
No, Shawn won. Shawn got his comment up. Shawn won. Shawn, you won.
All right, you know what? For now, I'm gonna make sure I put Kathy's first.
Shawn won.
Because Kathy really won, but I figured you want to start off with the
then because Jay Black's a loser.
No.
See, Jay Black, you should have done that. Great morning, Michael, Shawn, and the TOLs. You have a mission in life. You're not here to survive. You're here to thrive. And I know you'll do it. There you go.
Yes.
Shawn Robinson, winner. A winner on what? Tuesday.
It's Thursday. Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
What do you play? Don't play with me.
Yeah. And shout out to his son. Have y'all been watching his son on Instagram?
No.
His son plays football. He's a quarterback. He got that good footwork. He's doing some things.
Wait. Quarterback for what team? High school or college?
It's like middle
High school, right?
He's young.
No, he's young. I think I don't know if it's a youth league or his. It got to be a youth league, huh?
Yeah.
Because the school is over. Football season is.
Yeah, he does a lot with the guys. He take them to the Eagles games. He have private movie screenings. He's real active, keeping the young kids.
All right, well, Shawn,
busy.
Thanks for being a
dope.
great dad, dog. Thanks for being.
Thanks for being a great dad.
Wait, yeah, my phone is. I need a little bit more juice. I was
What?
doing
You
some
got to
stuff
get the
earlier.
charger that can connect to your phone while you're on.
Wait. Jay, what did you do with your phone all night?
No. I woke up early and I was backing it up. I got this little cool device where you can.
First of all, pause on the backing it up. Pause that you were backing
it up.
Hey, I've been on HSN shopping a lot, and
Jay,
then
but
I've
you were
been buying
asleep.
devices.
But
and
you were
gadgets.
asleep. You ain't charged your phone asleep.
My phone was charged, but I woke up early and I started using this backup device, and I didn't realize it's so much. Pause. It's so much in the battery.
Everything's suspect.
Everything's
suspect.
I'm just trying to explain how my battery went down. So that was it. So yeah, that was it.
Jay, get on the goddamn IG, please. God, you
Yeah,
always
I'm
got
backing it
every excuse to not get on.
Sixth grade.
Oh, sixth grade. Okay.
So they're 11 years old. Yeah, 11. Good morning, Kathy Black.
No.
Kathy
Taxi Mo is in the building early. Wait.
7:24.
Ooh, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas. Whatever the future hubby is doing, got you up early.
Suave. Good morning, Suave.
With that 5-hour energy.
Hey, Nyla.
I haven't been asleep.
All right.
Oh,
what?
She hasn't been asleep.
I have not had any sleep. I need to get
Good
sleep.
morning, Nyla.
Kelly J. Morning.
Hey, Kelly J.
What up, Kelly J? Transportation company got that thing popping all crazy.
Grand Rising.
I just
Yes.
need to come in and be quiet, everyone.
Hey,
Grand Rising peeps. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared of women to say Grand Rising, but I know you don't mean no harm. Okay. All right.
The rising
All right.
is grand.
Because what if I don't rise? Okay. Now I got pressure. Y'all look and sound good. Okay, cool. All right,
you,
Mo.
Suave.
Let me get Mo, send the link. We have a full house. Yes, Shawn Robinson. We got all the ovaries. Shout to Carly, who held it down yesterday.
Yes.
So amazing.
Yes.
Such a young age and was able to deal with this show and did an amazing job. So shout to her.
That's a lot of Mississippi's.
That's what she said, Shawnee, because Mike was cussing up a storm with a 13-year-old. He was just
Yes, I did.
potty.
She all right.
Nah, I apologize for that.
She'll probably use some of that language on her little friends, her and Tamron.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Because I did say, like, you do 5 Mississippis, and then next thing you know, Jay Black got under my skin as usual. And then it was like
It was my fault.
98. No, it is your fault. You
Not for your
really,
actions.
no, you really are. You really are irritating, Jay.
No.
You really are. Like, let me tell you something. Jay is my brother, and I no pause necessary. I love him, but God, he gets under.
Don't fall for the
He gets under my skin. Oh my God, I know I can call him for anything, no matter what. Everybody get on here. Mo, get on there, and
Yes, I'm trying to get.
because I want to get this. All right, let me not tease today. I want to make sure everybody gets on here, and then we can go to everybody's night, and we can ride out on that. Why are you breathing like?
Oh
that?
no. Go. No, go.
Like, what was that? What was that? What was that breathing? Like, what
No.
you got? How old are you right now, my dude? You got up and was like, all because you just got up. No, that was
I can't.
it's hilarious. Everybody get coordinated on IG,
I love
please.
him.
Can we please? Can we get?
I am really trying to get coordinated.
I know.
I gotta go.
It's this internet. What the hell?
Jay,
Is he doing? What you twerking?
What you got on?
What are you doing?
Had to get my phone off the charger. Jeez.
That's the cranky voice.
IG.
No, that's the cranky morning voice.
First of all, yeah, that really. You know how old you gotta be to get mad because you gotta reach over to grab your goddamn phone. I'm gonna grab my god. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, my wife put that on there because it's the holiday season. We're in festive mood, so I got a cheer cap. That's my holiday. Yeah, we in that spirit. But go ahead. Mike doesn't agree, but hey, let's go. All right, where we going? Where you going before you get sidetracked?
Wait. Hold on. Let me get everybody on here.
But I'm outside the club.
I'm getting you in the club. Goodness gracious,
Outside the club.
because Mo ain't been asleep. Like her future husband knows.
Going on?
He knows how to handle her.
Hey,
Keep her
Jay.
ass
I
up.
remember his name, Rashad, because
Hey,
Mo is newly
Tim.
engaged for those who didn't know.
And you just put his name out there. Well, I guess it don't matter.
Because he's African American.
He doesn't have Instagram.
Oh, he don't want people to.
No social media. It just kicked
Right,
me
so
off.
we got. What is going on? Oh, hold on.
You let me in, and then it was like, bye.
Oh, that's what I do to bit.
Stretch
I
out
mean,
from
people
that
be
See?
out playing.
I just got teabagged. It was like one.
No.
and done.
Wait, you should be on. Wait a second, you should be on.
All right.
Come back in.
Everybody needs a cat, Jay.
Wait a second. Get everybody back in.
I was.
Let's wait for Mo. Let's wait for Mo to get on here. Damn, Mo has really been disabled.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in for sure.
Why am I disabled?
I don't know.
Tap in.
Okay, I'm bringing you in now.
Okay.
No, I'm bringing you in now.
You talking about
Circle.
struggles, Kelly J. Mike having struggles.
Bam! Everybody's here.
Oh,
Everybody's
there
here.
you
Now.
All right, let's take it. Let's take it slow. Let's take it slow. First of all, Jay Black, how was your night?
Night was good. Thursday night, Monday night. Yesterday was Monday night. Monday night football, therapy, doctor today. Yeah, everything's good, man. Everything's good. Family's good. Everybody's good. I'm just went through the process.
So you went to therapy. How you doing? You good? Because I'm about to tell you something that's gonna ruin your life. But go ahead.
No, therapy was dope. It was 3 straight hours of hardcore therapy, bench pressing and working out and hamstrings.
Okay. Physical
therapy. I'm sorry, physical therapy. When I say therapy, I think it's mental. No, I got it all together.
No, he should have therapy like that.
It's physical therapy from the shoulder.
What was your bench press?
Numbers don't really matter, Mike. It's about just doing the counts and getting the reps in. So.
Hey, Sexy Mo, just remind me of what I bench pressed yesterday with my trainers. Just remind me. That was it.
That was it. Nothing too much. Nothing too much.
All right. Who we going to? Sexy Mo, since you be getting the most vagina work.
What?
She's in Vegas.
No, I'm the only one up. Everybody else is asleep.
No, exactly. So how's your bid been in Vegas? How's that going?
You know what? It's Vegas, Mike.
Wow.
I think the
you're
real
doing
action
good.
starts tonight. Yeah.
Squeeze it,
Wow.
He
brother.
like to do adventurous stuff. He want to go like
Mountain climbing.
gliding off of the goddamn buildings and
Yeah.
like
Go get it. Go get it,
Oh,
girl.
so y'all going
he
to the
want to go.
Fremont?
Hey,
Yeah,
he
me
want to
England.
go to He want to go Fremont. He want to go like
yeah,
all of
go
those
zip line across the
zip lining
ocean.
across. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yes, you should. Don't
He
look.
What was your last night
Participate.
like? What was your last night like?
Last night,
Yes.
last night was good. It
What
ended
do
with a
you
mis-
remember? Jesus. What
The
what
last thing I
happened?
remember before I took like a cat nap was I had got a good massage, and
Right.
then yeah.
How much was the massage out there?
Oh God, $25 for every 10 minutes.
$25 for every 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
I'm about to say
Yes,
60 for the hour.
So how many minutes
25.
you
yeah.
probably got an
No,
hour.
I normally have to. Yes, I'm sorry.
But not at
So everybody
$25
has
for
their
10
vice.
minutes.
Everybody has their vice. That's mine. Don't judge
Nice.
me.
Did
Hey,
y'all gamble?
$25 for
Did
10
y'all
minutes.
go
That's
anywhere?
tonight.
Oh,
Tonight. So I
tonight.
have to teach him how to gamble because he's never done that before. So
Okay.
I have to
Oh,
teach him how to hit the tables.
Is he one of the black white guys that like been raised around a lot of white people growing up?
Nah, not at all.
No.
Dang.
Baltimore,
I'm gonna
Maryland.
let Jay Black talk. I'm gonna let Jay Black.
No,
Baltimore,
that crossed
Maryland.
my mind. She said
Dang.
hang gliding. Now he don't know how to gamble. I'm thinking like, well, who was he raised around? Like, well,
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Ask a question. Ask the
No,
question.
he
Ask
trying
me
to set me
anything.
up.
No, ask
He
the question, Santa Claus. Ask the question. Go ahead, Santa Claus.
No, I
Mine is
want to
sitting on
do
your
it.
lap. What else you want to know?
No, that was it. We just trying to figure out your night. That was it.
Have
Let
I
me
been a
know
naughty
mine.
girl? Yes.
Do y'all smoke weed on the drip?
We hitting that up tonight.
You got a schedule.
I kind of
I
like
have
this
a whole
You got
dude.
an
itinerary.
itinerary.
I actually
Yeah.
do. I have an
He's a
itinerary in my
planner.
phone. Just in case, because we don't want to be roaming around aimlessly. It's so much to do in Vegas that if you don't have a plan or figure something out,
Yeah.
you're just gonna be like walking around trying to figure it out.
I will give him points. I've never met this person. I'll give him points simply because he doesn't have a problem with you getting up and doing the show.
Oh yeah, no.
And I think that's
Dang.
I give him like super kudos because normally a dude would be like, "What? You got to wake up and do what?" Jay Black would be like, "You got to wake up and do what?"
No, he got up. He
Jay
made
would
sure
be
he
like,
turned
"You
off his
what? You?"
alarm. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I don't have a J Black per se. J Black is what
You
you
got to wake up and do
mean?
what? Because there's dudes on there. And
What
then
you
you were like,
mean? And where
"No,
your
I gotta
pants
get."
at? Where your pants at? I don't care if they can see them or not. Where your pants at? J Black.
None of us knew
Accidents
you
happen,
didn't have
cameras.
pants. I didn't know you didn't have pants.
No,
on.
always. She never had pants on.
You
When she
don't
does a
never
show.
wear
Oh,
pants.
It's not never. Sometimes she does.
If she
Sometimes,
got somewhere to
occasionally.
go,
Yeah,
leave right
I was
after.
with them. Okay. All right. So, Shawnee, how was your night, girl?
My night was great. I took the girls to the little trampoline park. They met their little friends. And then I got rid of some dead weight. Went through and cut some people off that I don't want fool with no more.
You cut somebody off.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do know that was a Monday. Like, who cuts people off on Mondays?
You
Like,
see, it's
you
like
cut somebody
Wednesday.
off on. Like, normally that happens on
No.
a Friday when you get paid. Like, who
It,
cuts
it
people off
wasn't,
on
it
Monday?
wasn't even no need to continue playing. It's like, you know what? I don't even want to be bothered. So just, I wish you the best. Ain't no hard feelings, but
You cut somebody off on a Monday for real?
I cut a couple people off since Wednesday. Yeah, since last
No, but
Wednesday.
the Monday, was there a specific, like, I want to know, was it business or was it somebody just had
No, it was
since your daughter's not
yesterday.
here, so somebody's hitting your lame dick. Like, what happened? Like, what happened
Nah.
that you had to cut off?
Nah, they just taking up space, and I can't deal with people that don't they don't do what they say they're gonna do. Especially when it's not even requested. It's like you keep coming up with all these grand ideas, and you're gonna do this and do that, and then you don't come through, and you think I'm stupid, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like I told my
So
best
somebody
friend.
lied?
Yeah, they lied. They lied, but they are overall playing with people's emotions, and I'm like, you
Was
can't.
it your emotions?
Yeah, that's why they had to get cut off. Yeah,
So how they play with him? How did this certain
yeah,
gentleman?
it's a guy.
Yeah.
He'd say what he say he gonna do something, he don't do it.
So
Mike ain't gonna let it go.
you know I'm on your side. regardless,
Yeah.
because we got a whole team where even if we wrong, I'm riding with you.
No,
So
but we not wrong.
okay, so no, okay. So
We not wrong.
That's a
what
fair
was it one thing where he said what was it like? Give me without saying everything, unless you want to
So
say everything.
okay, so we met in 2017.
Oh damn!
I know this because that's when I got diagnosed with cancer. So we were both when we met each other.
You
There
be
were
messing
some
up my jokes with the
things.
cancer.
It's okay. Yeah,
Because I'm like, yo, this is some old school dick. And then you bring the cancer up and I
But yeah,
can't play.
I met him when I was fighting cancer.
I can't even play no more. I can't
no,
play
I
no
mean,
more.
but we were friends. We were friends. We were not dating or anything like that. Okay.
Oh,
And then we
okay.
would just talk to each other every now and then. He'd reach out, hey, how you doing?
Right.
How the girls, you know.
Had
This
y'all had
year,
sex before that?
no.
Never?
No, that's what I'm saying. We were just friends. Then this year he reaches out, but he wants to do more than just be friends.
Oh.
So there's a process to this. And if you can't communicate and you tell me, you know, if you come to me and say, I want to spend time with you, but then you never have time. And I'm like, I'm the busiest person in the world. So if I can sit down and say, okay, on Wednesday, I can meet you here, then what the fuck is your problem? You ain't got. So I was
Well,
just
what if
like,
he might have been busy also?
you the one that set it up. I didn't ask.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to fight this fight, but
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. All
Yeah,
right.
so that's
Okay,
the problem. It's like you be calling me with this. I don't even call you for this. And it's like, and so I'm like,
Did y'all ever hit?
No, we
course.
never did.
Shawnee, did y'all ever hit?
No, we ain't never been on a date.
Y'all never been?
We ain't never
Well,
been
fuck
on
him
a
then.
date.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, you
Cause
just want to call and be texting. I ain't got time to talk to you like that. I don't
he's
even.
taking up space.
Yeah, just it's like dudes trip me out because they'll be like, it's like they put you in a container and they want to pull you out when they want to pull you
Like a
out.
toy.
And it's like,
Shawnee, and Mo.
Hmm?
Don't say dudes, say certain
Some.
dudes.
some.
Thank you.
Some.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but we all been there before, though, Mike.
But then
No, but
and so the
Thank you,
other
Sean.
thing is there's a business that he has. So when it come to he need information for that, he got all the time in the world. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, and then I found out that he knew me. He knew me when I was on 97.9 The Beat.
Oh,
And
Creepy.
so he got
yeah.
he
So when
got
that
Okay.
came out, I'm like, oh, so you trying to okay.
Stalker.
He's still
creepy.
entertaining. He's still entertaining.
Creepy.
He's trying to figure out if Shawnee's a good fit for him.
Shawnee's
No,
always
he
It's
good.
ain't.
2017.
No.
It's 2017.
I mean, but
Come
like,
on, Black.
but since 2017, we really didn't talk that much. It was very sporadic. This year is when we started talking to each other more.
Oh, Kathy
And
Black
so-
says, Shawnee, I know that type. This is when the females get together
Yeah.
when the ovaries start doing a pep rally and they start going, oh, I know that type. I have a friend that says he's going to do something, get you a little excited and prepared for the situation, and then they no show and ghost for a few, then call as if nothing
ain't
happened.
nothing happened.
Hey, what's good,
It'll be
shorty?
like, yeah, we're gonna go out. Let's do this on Monday. On Monday, okay. Do you know how many Mondays that came and passed that plans were made? And I'm like, and it's irritating to me because I have a schedule, and it's like you don't understand what I do to make time for you. So,
you don't understand how good this vagina really is. And y'all don't understand.
More than that, for all these high expectations.
yeah,
The women on this show,
it's like,
I've never known it, but the women on this show got river flows. River flows. Y'all don't understand what y'all need to know.
You don't.
And y'all
Sequisa, the female
scared to
runs
death.
it. Sequisa, the female runs it.
How does a female run it?
No, she's talking about not one date. If you really wanted to date the guy, you would have a date. Like if you truly wanted.
No, Jay Black. You already know that
You
if
go
a
for
man
what you
wants
want.
something, he gonna go for what he wants.
Listen,
But
let
she
me
can do it
explain
too.
something.
that.
I only took
She
a
can do it
second
too.
for Jay Black to fuck it up. Go ahead.
Don't
can
do
do it
that.
too.
No, I'm not. I mean, but I do know when I know what Jay talking about, and I know women like that. I can't play with you. Once I'm once
What do you mean you
I'm
can't play with
done,
them?
I
What's
can't.
the-
I can't do that. I can't sit there and play stupid and act and listen to your excuse of, oh well, such and such came up. We grown. Like you over 40. What are you talking about? You got 2 kids, a house that you got to run. So no, you can't. Then you can't manage your time.
All
You
right.
can't manage your time. Then you
So
definitely
Mo,
don't need to talk to me.
and I don't know. I know you're somewhere in a good space right now, but are there guys who actually put these excuses up? And then we got to wrap this up because we got to go on to other stuff. Are they guys? What is the excuse that you were like, really, like, we're really gonna do this right now, like that you've been hit with?
Oh gosh, there's so many dumb ones. It's hard to choose. Oh, see what had happened was like I had to stop over my mom's house and bring her some food.
Mm.
Well, is the bitch still eating? Like,
Right.
I'm not playing
That
with y'all.
part.
I'm not
That
playing with y'all
part.
today. I'm
I'm
not
just
playing with y'all.
saying.
It ain't me. It's not me.
No,
They
I'm not
set
playing
you
with
up
y'all.
and stuff like that.
If that's your excuse, where did you go? Like,
No, but are there guys that you were like you literally were like, I'm giving you a chance. Like I'm giving
absolutely.
you a chance.
Yes.
I'm going out my way to try and give you a chance the way Shawnee is right now. And then they hit you with some. I just want to know, from a female perspective, how does that, like, what do y'all think at that moment? Like, what are y'all thinking?
When they do that?
No, let me get Mo first. What are you thinking when you've kind of lowered your standards and like, I'm giving you a chance? What are you thinking?
I'll just be thinking like, did I do something in the other life, in the past life, to get all these fuck boys? Like, like what did I do to deserve this?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It's real out there in the paint.
Yeah.
And then when and Sean, I'm coming right to you. And then when you have that situation, is it hurtful for real? Like, is it like don't put your ego to the side? Is it hurtful when you're like this is it fucked up?
You asking me or Mo?
I'm asking Mo.
It's irritating. It's not that my feelings are hurt. It's irritating because one, you know that this person is not even in your league, right? But you still giving them the opportunity, in the space and the time. Time is something that I don't like to be played with. You can't get that back. You can't get that back. So I don't care what kind of, I'm gonna make it up to you. Oh, I owe you, or oh my bad. No, you can't give me back my time.
Wow. Shawnee?
No, it hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be honest. It hurts my feelings, and that makes me shut down. And then, but my first thought be, I know this motherfucker don't have me. He got me confused. Who the fuck? What? For real? And you think I'm gonna keep listening to this? I'm like, dude, you don't just go. No, it's like Mo said, because you usually are lowering your standard.
You already knew you
with
lowered your
somebody
standard.
that you like.
You knew it.
Tam said, I meant to hit send on the message. I already typed in.
I just forgot to hit
I
send.
meant to hit
I was
send.
close.
That's
I left my phone in the car. Or this one, his thing was, and I don't know, he might be watching on one of y'all pages, but I blocked him on all my stuff because when I cut you off, I cut you off. But it was, well, my friend's wife died, and I'm over here with my friend. I'm like, well, are you
well, that could be legit, right? He's helping his friend more,
Jay,
being a supportive friend.
Jay.
And you have no compassion for the loss of life.
Jay, I do have compassion for the loss of life.
Damn.
And I understand why his friend would lean on him, because when I met him, his wife had passed like 2 years. So he was, he here raising 2 kids.
Oh man.
Okay. So I get that, but you can't keep telling me one thing and then you
Queen,
do
what up?
something else. So no, that ain't gonna work.
Nah, you get it.
I ain't got time.
Get out of here.
You can miss me with that. I was like, baby, somebody letting him just do whatever he want to do.
No, because honestly, if you're in a situation like that, if you're, I get it. But when you really into somebody, even if you're at a funeral, you're like, yo, let me text her. Let me make sure that she knows
it's the communication. And that's what I said. I said, for me, it's not that you got stuff going on. It's the communication. You ain't even called and said, well, I have to change this.
Yeah.
You just not saying nothing, and then you want to hit me up and be like, hey, what's up? No, fuck you, nigga. Listen.
All
And
right.
be honest, son, sometimes your expectations are a little high. You need to
No,
be a little bit more
well,
reasonable.
you know what?
Whoa.
Yes, Jay, my expectations are
As
very
they
high.
should be.
Because let me explain something to you. Anybody that's talking to me, that's trying to get next to me, is because they want to go to another level, and they know that. I ain't bringing BS to the table, and they know that. So yes, my expectations are very high.
Facts, because
As they
Shawnee,
should be. As
Shawnee,
they should be.
Yes.
we a family. We family right now. We family. But if I was with you, I put it in the butt immediately. Like, just so you know, I'm gonna be here for a while. Because once I do that, you already know stepdad here right now.
Yeah, and then they try to do stuff for your kids. Like when I was sick, he called the phone and told Carly, well, if y'all need something, let me know.
Always, come on.
Shoot, one day he sent $50. Look, I'm trying to get in Zelle so I can send him back his $50. I cannot find the account.
It's definitely
Cash App.
You want to send this
Hey,
bitch?
Shawnee. Hey,
Yes.
Shawnee. Hey, hold on, Shawnee. When you were sick, if I was him, I'd have put $1,000 in. And once you came out of there and they're like, she's good, like I can't cash nothing, right in the butt. Right in the butt.
That was your pay card, Mike.
Yeah, he done sent $50.
And I'm like, baby, I'm like, boo,
$50.
$50. You can't put $50. You gotta put some substantial. You gotta at least take care of a rent or something that, and you gotta be like, girl, I'm here. I'm right here.
$50. That was gas, though. That was gas.
No,
He think he's sick. That was
to get on that
gas.
gas, I'm like, girl, you right here, right now, laying your stomach, like, but I'm weak, but laying your stomach, I'm here. I'm here.
Make you better. Every female don't make you better though, Stacey. I get it. Y'all want to think that,
women
but-
always
Well,
say,
yeah.
tell y'all women something.
Yeah,
Y'all
every
kill me
woman
with,
doesn't,
oh my God, y'all kill me with me, make you better. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This is not for everybody.
Good morning, Mark.
Let me tell you what a bad woman will do. A bad woman can destroy a motherfucker's life in a minute. Can dissolve. Like there's nothing. Let me tell you something. There's nothing like somebody, like a woman that you into can destroy your life. And they will sit with their girls and talk to them about how they're going to destroy your life. And they're like, he ain't really this, he ain't really that. But anyway.
It's gonna fuck him up, girl. This gonna fuck him up.
Oh my God, yeah. When I hit him with this. All right, Jay Black, what we got for the show? Let's go.
Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Ashley.
She said it's freezing up in Jersey. I know. I feel it. It's East Coast weather. It's cold. It's below freezing yesterday. It is the first day of winter. All right. So right now, it was this story going around that I feel like you got to read. Shine, you got to read this.
A mother has 4 kids, different fathers. Only one is active. His son wants a PS5 for Christmas, so he sends the money to the mother. The mother divides the money evenly between her kids instead of getting the game. Is she wrong? Oh.
Why would we even do this dumbass story?
What do you mean? Why? Oh wait, you trying to wait?
Why would we do this dumbass story?
Because it was balanced comments on social media. Some people were saying she's dead wrong, and some people saying no, she's doing. What do you mean?
Read that shit again. Read that shit again, Shawnee.
A mother has 4 different kids. Mother has 4 kids, different fathers. Only one is active. His son wants a PS5 for Christmas, so he sends the money to the mother. The mother divides the money evenly between her kids instead of getting the game. Is she
First
wrong?
of all, that's not the mother. I know that ain't the mother. You trifling, slimy, grimy, chlamydia having bitch. Oh, you really? That's what we gonna do?
Wow. This is good.
This is what we gonna do.
Because Lady Q was all about no, she's doing what a mother needs to do for her kids. It was a healthy debate in the house.
I hate when Jay Black does this. Take Lady Q's name out.
No, but that's what she agreed.
Don't
said her mother's doing what the mother had to do.
Get the fuck out of here! I'm sending money.
Ding, 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 ding.
You gonna separate my money amongst these kids that my sperm ain't had nothing to do with?
Oh.
So,
I sent that money for that child. I ain't had nothing to do with. Once again, Lady Q is out of this conversation. We have never heard her name. Throw it out. Everybody, do this. Throw it out.
Throw
Everybody.
it out. Okay.
Throw it out.
Throw it
No,
out.
all y'all, throw it out. Throw it out.
Throw it out.
It's hard
Yeah,
for me to
throw
throw
it
it out
out.
because me and
Throw
her
it
was going
out.
back and
Throw
forth
it out.
over this. So
Throw
it's
it
hard
out.
for me to
Throw it out.
Oh,
I had nothing to
wow.
do with him banging your back out with your face in a pillow at the Comfort Inn. I had nothing to do with
Not the
that.
comfort in.
Comfort in.
I got one child that I'm sending this money to. Am I correct? I'm correct on this, right?
Yeah, you
Yes,
got
it's earmarked for the one child.
One child.
Well,
You gonna separate my money?
Shawnee got a different view.
I ain't got
Well.
nothing. No, Shawnee, I got nothing. I ain't eat that coochie for nobody else except the kid that I had. Damn it,
well,
nobody else. I wish you would. I would throw this microphone, but I can't afford another one.
Go ahead.
I
Let
would
Shawnee
throw
get her
this
thoughts in.
microphone.
It's
Go
other.
ahead.
Shawnee,
I think-
I sent that money for that kid.
well,
I can't. Wait, real quick, Shawnee. I can't help. I can't help if your vagina has been a community activity. I can't help that. Your vagina is a community activity.
Not
Your
community
vagina is
gooch.
recycling. I can't help if I didn't know your vagina
know.
was recycling.
Right,
Listen to me.
Michael,
I
vagina.
sent this goddamn money for my kid. My kid. And you gonna separate my kid's money because these dudes that you let run up on you and shoot up the shooting gallery for nothing? I'm furious. Your turn, Shawnee.
I think that he should have bought the game and gave it to the child. And then with her, if I were in that situation and he said, okay, here's the money to get the game for little Junior, whatever his name is, and the other ones didn't do, I would have been like, well, can you give me some extra money because I can't do. I would have just been honest and been like,
Shawnee,
well,
can you please say this bitch ain't shit? Can you please say this bitch ain't shit?
I mean, I get I do understand, but I don't understand because
Shawnee,
the money
you
was for the
know.
baby. The money was for the baby
Shawnee,
for his game,
Shawnee.
and the dad gave that money for the baby to get the game.
I
And then,
spit
like,
on
one of
everything,
the-
Sean Robinson. Everything. Go, Shawnee. Please say this bitch ain't shit.
And the
Please say
lady,
this.
well, put that other comment up there because she could have got the game, and all the kids could have played the game.
Yes.
They could have all played the game.
That's
but
fine. That's fine.
the fact that he
That's
said, here, baby mama, this is for my junior to get his PS4 or whatever 5 because he wants it. Yeah, she should have got it, but I
say
can
it.
kind of
Shawnee.
understand where she was.
Shawnee, say this bitch ain't shit,
I
please.
can't. Well, I mean,
Say
she
this
should have
bitch
been.
ain't shit. Say it.
They were saying
She's-
that she is something because
Say
she
it.
considered her kids' feelings for y'all. The other one she did
Get
what her
the
mother had to do. I'm reading
You
some of
should
the
have
comments.
exercised a
Black.
little bit
You
more
should have thought
self-control.
You
That
should
was
have
with-
thought it out. You should have thought of that when your vagina wasn't a
Jesus.
voluntary experiment.
Yeah, she should have exercised a little bit more self-control, and not had all these kids.
Sexy
but they're
Mo.
here.
Sexy Mo, say this bitch ain't shit.
This bitch ain't shit.
Thank you.
Kathy said once you send the money, it's hers to do what she wants to do with it.
Ooh, Kathy, you lucky. We love you for
That's
being on
that
this
might
show.
be that might apply to
Grocery
child support.
bills,
That
etc.
might
see,
apply
that-
to child support. But
Yeah.
this
We
was earmarked
told
Was
you
for the
specifically.
gifts.
This was
Yeah.
specifically for this game, for this
Yeah.
child. You was wrong.
Yeah.
It's two left shoes,
Kathy,
and that's
say
why
you
a lot
wrong.
of times men want to drop off stuff
Say you wrong, Kathy.
instead of giving baby mamas the money because
Mhm.
stuff like this happens.
Say you wrong, Kathy. Say you wrong.
Yeah.
I sat
I mean,
up here
I
and
get
said I
what
was
Kathy's
wrong.
saying because when Jay
No, we
first
don't.
told me
No,
the
we
story,
don't.
when Jay
No, we
first told
don't.
me the story, that was my thought. Once you pay the child support, it's for me to do it. But
Right.
once I read it and like, oh,
Mhm.
he gave it for the game. Oh well,
Mhm.
And you took one
Specifically,
for the
they had
team.
this conversation.
yeah.
Right.
You asked for it for that. So, ooh, girl,
She ain't
Ain't
shit
shit.
for that one
you should
instant.
have got on the
But
angel tree for them other
Hold
ones.
up. This where women. This is where y'all. Because I see the bullshit. She ain't shit for this one instance.
You know what
This is why motherfuckers get pinned up against that closet door. She ain't shit for that one instance. This is shit that be setting little motherfuckers off like me. I'm like, one instance because the child asked for that toy from his dad. It had nothing to do with any other father, and the children understand that this toy is going to bring them joy, and those kids are going to hate that mother.
Why they
That's what
Let,
the
gonna hate
father
her?
shared. I mean,
let me
that's
tell you
what the father
something.
shares.
This there are two things. Instance, bring that back up. I want to give you the particulars, and this is why I get caught up, and this is why I love Stacy. She ain't shit for that one instance, right? That's the first thing that pisses me off. The one instance. You ain't been shit forever. Not speaking to you, but I'm speaking to will bring them joy. And then the other thing is to bring them joy, and those kids are going to hate that mother. Stop bringing up anything else. Stop bringing any mother, anything else. Let's just stay focused. You ain't shit. Let's stay focused. Oh, Lady Q, she scares me whenever she puts a comment on. She was wrong, however. See.
Yeah, I understand her position. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I do understand
I
why she
understand
did
her
it.
position,
I
but
understand why she did it, but she still ain't shit for what she did. Yeah,
Mike is hilarious. Mike,
I agree,
yeah,
Lady
Mike
Q.
did
said
he
he
just
ain't
walk
gonna
I
put
up
can
no
agree
Mike?
with that.
money in her hand. That's right. Because he should have
And
just bought the game and said, "Here, this for
that's why it's
the
hard to
man mad."
argue a lot of times with the fact when men bring that up and say, "This why tell me
Mike
what the
is.
baby need, and I'm gonna buy what the baby need,"
Yeah,
because they go and do stuff like this.
yeah.
However, dog, we and her went back and forth on this, and I just said, you know what? I'm done.
She should have brought the game and then just let all of the kids play it.
A mother doing what a mother needs to do
Lady
is
Or she
Q
should have
bigger
said,
than
said.
just the
"This for
one
all
kid.
y'all."
Yeah.
Lady Q
Yeah.
said she was wrong. However, I understand her position. How?
How do you understand this?
So would she
So
be
she,
wrong? Mike, come back, Mike.
so I understand the position as her being a mother with 5 kids and not having it, and so so she felt like all right, let me just spread this out so everybody get a little something, but that was wrong.
Well, Mike, let me ask you this. Would she have been wrong if she got the game, wrapped it up, and put all the kids' name on it under the tree?
Mm,
What was the money designated for?
The game,
the game,
For
the
who?
PS5
For who?
for the
for
little
little
boy.
Johnny.
That's all we need to know, y'all. Like women can like I understand. Like put Lady Q's comment on here. I understand what y'all saying. Like no, I don't understand what y'all saying, but y'all not fair. She was wrong. However, I understand her position. You don't understand her position. The other baby fathers ain't shit, and that's not his problem. That's not his problem.
True.
You let people shoot up the club for free, and now you're gonna separate the money. That's your problem. My dad is the shit. Your dad's ain't shit. My bad. Give me my toy, bitches. Give me my toy.
But I guess the mother's worrying about the feelings of all the other
Your
kids.
mother didn't worry about anything when that vagina was wide the hef open. Don't try and put these kids in a situation because you picked the wrong penises.
You know I got a nigga heart.
I mean,
Stop it.
I'm working on it.
When dudes pick the wrong chicks to run up in and they get ran crazy for babies, for child support and stuff like that, I'm like, dog, hey, I know it's unfair, but you picked the wrong one. Y'all women get the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just got to do what you. She a mom, so she.
But
she
do
just
you know
gotta
how
do what she gotta do.
disrespectful it is to take the money and separate it amongst the kids whose fathers ain't shit?
How much is a PS5? How much are they going
Woo.
for now?
If you can get one out the store, which is hard, that's like 500.
But just to play
not getting
devil's
it from the
advocate.
store.
I don't care about devil's advocate.
No, I'm with you. I mean, like I said, I debated this point with Lady Q. But the flip side of that is, if you are a parent, I guess of 5 kids, and you really want to try to make them all happy, and you got 4,
you are not going to
It ain't
use
doing
my
nothing.
money to make all these kids happy
she
because
made a
you allow
decision.
penises to run up in you constantly.
She said,
He
"I'd rather
said
all 5 of
constantly.
my kids be
Constantly.
healthy."
You let
Okay.
all these penises run up in you constantly.
Well, this is the thing. See, this is my thing with Christmas. This is why I don't like this. You know that it's coming on the same day every year. So if you got these kids or whatever the case may be, you should have planned that out. You had 364 days to figure out what you were going to do. So that shouldn't have been an issue. Yes, he does need a TV show. That's what we're trying to get, Sean. We're trying to get the TV show. That's absolutely right.
Media Room 360 TV is the
Yes.
damn TV show.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it is. But we trying to get that night show, for Mike.
And then that story, honestly, when I saw this one, Shiny, you can read this one. It
Jay
led to
wanna
And
this
that's
one.
why stuff like
Jay
this
wanna
happens.
really, now Jay want to set it off. He want to
Uh-oh.
set it
My
off.
bad.
Go ahead, Shiny. Go
Jay
Uh,
really he want to set it off now.
Okay.
I just that's go ahead.
Took my son some winter clothes, jackets, hats, shoes, socks, diapers, and wipes last night, just to find them on my door this morning. Just praying. Oh, so he took it over there, and then the mama brought it back to the house.
Because
She
the
wanted
court
the
system
cash.
said that he had to pay a certain
Pay
amount.
money.
So why don't he just pay the money and get it? Because like a lot of times that money that
Pay
they
the money to go to the other kids. Like that's why I
No,
said those
but
stories.
like you buying, that's good that you bought the coats and all that
Mhm.
stuff, but it's still other stuff. I mean, if they in Pampers, then they probably still on formula.
But
And-
how about child support is more than just that, because
yeah.
you can take that and use that to keep a roof, to help keep a roof over your child's head, to help keep the lights on, to
Yes,
help
Lady
keep the
Q.
gas on. That's all part of child support. And
All right,
so
wait, put Lady Q's comment on because that's hilarious. She was like, I'm just happy they use white people in this ratchet scenario. And we are too.
Yes.
Can we please just clap for that?
clap it up for not
Can we
being
please
black
just clap
people
for
this
that?
time.
Can we please just clap that?
Yes.
That
Yes.
had nothing to do with us. All right, read Stacy's. Somebody read Stacy's. What is Stacy Mitchell saying?
Mm.
It's his problem. That's why you need to know who you're having babies with. Yep, pick the wrong one.
Yeah.
It's his problem.
Yeah,
The
She's talking about
penis-
the
penis
she's talking
was-
about the Pampers and stuff.
Yeah, but y'all like it's his problem. Y'all allow entrance to cross over your bridge.
The
Like,
finance
it's
company
not-
said they need
it-
therapy, so they
I'm just saying, it's not anybody's it's everybody's. It's 50-50 for real. And trust me, I can give you tons of examples where dudes ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
But don't come out here and I don't even feel too bad for the guy who put all that stuff out.
But she took it back though, like to get
No.
it back?
But
Like,
this is why what
Oh,
I'm saying
that's bad.
is the dude decided to put all that. Hypothetically, I'm just putting this out there. He probably put a bunch of stuff out there that was less than the money he had to pay for child support.
Mm-hmm.
coats, jackets, clothes, Pampers.
Yeah.
But that's what child support is for. Those
And-
same items.
No.
clothing.
And newsflash,
If somebody says you gotta
Mm-mm.
pay $500 or $750 and you bring $375 worth of valuables, I gotta send it back. Sorry, dog.
and
Sorry.
technically she could have kept him, and he still would owe the $750 if that was what he was
Yeah.
garnished to pay. The judge don't want to hear that on Monday you dropped off all of this stuff, and here go the receipts. He gonna say that's extra. You should
Yeah.
be doing that as a father. That's
Yeah.
extra. But
Yeah.
that
Kelly said
$750
she's
I told you to pay.
ungrateful. Kelly
that's what you
said
gotta
she's
pay.
ungrateful. She should have kept it.
We
It's
have
about
to
the
should have
kids
kept
and what
it.
the
Yes,
needs of the
absolutely.
kids.
but we don't have the details. We don't have how much the child support
Right.
really is. So we don't have the details.
Well,
on-
and
on
we
it.
don't have those details, but we know it was a
And-
court order and money was involved, and he didn't do
Right.
what the judge told him to do.
And
Nah,
if
I
you
would
bring
have
that
kept it.
tuition
Me
due,
too.
yeah, Stacey said you can tell Stacey's a good person. She said tuition due freak a baby wife. You know what you want. You know what you want to say.
That child-
You know what
she
you
know
know
that
what you
child
want to
care.
say.
That
That
child care
jack
every
ain't
week
no
ain't no
joke.
joke.
1090. I had to
Here we
carry.
go. See, they want
carry
more.
our
It
children.
ain't 50-50. They want more. They want
It's
more
not.
percentage.
Child support is never 50-50. If you are the
It sure
custodial
isn't.
parent,
Yeah.
that child support, sometimes you want to say, you know what, I'll pay you child support. Let's see how you can figure it out full time.
That's
I
why-
had to do
You
that
can.
one time. I did
Mhm.
that when with their dad and their because the stepmom decided she wanted to jump in me and his conversation talking about don't child support pay for all that. I said, well, I'll send these kids to you and pay y'all child support. What
Yeah.
you want to do?
This is why when I pull out in the other room.
pulled out from way back there.
Yeah, I go to the
Sure
back.
don't.
Like I take like 7 steps. So we all know that it's impossible. It's impossible.
But don't men know when they shooting up the club? Don't they know like the
Don't
risk?
y'all know? Don't y'all know when your vagina's getting
When
into?
you let it.
Don't y'all know when y'all getting collarbined?
You know, I am an equal opportunist. I feel
Y'all
like
know.
you should know. You should know the tax bracket that you letting stick the tip in. Like if you know
Exactly.
that he ain't got shit when you taking a risk.
That's
You
why I'm
taking a
tired of
risk.
y'all women. I'm tired of y'all
It's
women in
not
my
all on
past.
men.
I'm tired of y'all goddamn trifling women in my past grabbing my ass and pushing me in. Shut up! I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
I want that
Not to
baby by
grab the
Michael
I know
ass
what you're
pushing.
doing.
What?
He the radio guy. All I got is passes to see New Edition, bitch. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
that's it.
That's all I got.
That's it.
But you see, Sean
Sitting.
Robinson said you don't need details when it comes to certain stories. It's the
Very
bare
essential.
essentials.
You
Just
do
you
need
should have
details,
kept it.
but
They
Sean,
should
you
have
do.
kept it. You're right,
It's
Sean.
bare. This is the bare minimum,
Because
right?
I would have
what?
kept it.
Okay, so what if he was being charged? Let's just say hypothetically, we don't know. So I'm just putting it out there, like $800 a month, and you bring that. That's not $800.
Mm-mm.
But you don't turn it down.
Yes,
still-
you do, because if you take it, you're like, dog, pay me the money and I can pay for this.
No, that's extra. No,
He's
even
still
if
gonna be
they
in
go to
arrears.
court and he
Mhm.
say, "Well, I bought this and I bought this, judge, and I got these receipts,"
Yeah,
the
he
judge
did.
don't care.
He
They
don't
like,
care.
that's
But just
extra.
in case, you got to be smart, because he might go there and start a whole court proceeding. The next thing you know, your monthly money is getting set back. If he got the right lawyer can actually start some trouble and be like,
I see what you're
listen,
saying, Mike.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
so I get, if you take a picture of this, you know you're doing something wrong.
But there are child support minimum laws that they have in place. Like each state has a minimum allowable by law that you must pay accordingly to how much you make. So if you bringing in like $70,000 or $80,000 a year, the basic child support that you might pay for one child might be $800 or $900,
That's why I don't care.
depending on where you live.
I don't care how fine you are. I don't care if your vagina is the original waterfall. I don't care if your clit or clitoris speaks 7 different languages.
The man on the
I'm
boat.
not messing with you. Stacy ain't getting me. I'm not playing with none of y'all. I will sit up here and take care of myself. Ain't nobody playing with like, somebody has to have a school for these young men. Has to have a school for these young men and be like, no, I don't care. You like, I'll kiss my girlfriend. I don't care. I don't care if you kiss your girlfriend, because you're not taking this money from me every month. You're not doing it. I will lay next. I don't care. Fuck J-Lo, even though she's too old to have kids.
No, she's not.
Yeah, J-Lo like 50. She ain't got no.
What?
Like,
Janet
She
pushed
not
one
too
out at
old,
50.
Yeah, she not too
with a
old.
billionaire. Let me tell you what they had to do. They had to they had to put pottery in her vagina. Like, there's
Pottery.
You know what?
ain't no
Real quick,
normal person there. Go ahead.
I got a shout out to Dave. We on Media Room 360 TV on Facebook.
Yeah, what happened?
I checked the messages.
What happened?
Dave done left us some voice messages.
Oh,
Dave
oh
who?
man.
Yeah, he
Dave-
left us
Dave
voice
Burns?
One
messages.
of the TOL talkers.
Dave
Okay.
Burns,
Yeah,
Dave?
so Dave has put this segment together, this sports segment, where he gives us an update on what happened over the weekend in the games, and it actually sounds good. So shout out,
Oh.
Now,
Dave.
you don't know more about sports than me. So, but you got it. Play it.
I can't play it. No, I was
Everything's a
trying to figure out how to
competition. Though.
take
Why
it out.
can't Dave just be in the sport? He don't
Yeah,
know
he
more
just-
sports than me.
He
Dang.
don't want the smoke.
China
I mean,
in.
and I'm sorry, Dave, because it's been sitting there for a while. But
Damn, Dave, but
just
thank
saw it.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
We-
it was
we
nice.
really
I'm
thank
like,
you.
I didn't want you to think that we were just ignoring you. I just heard it yesterday. I was like, oh, okay, Dave.
Oh my
Look,
goodness.
so Creasa said her deadbeat quit his job just so he ain't have to pay child support.
Oh my goodness.
My girl's
I
dad
mean,
don't do that.
I-
He works. He got a job, but he work under the table. But he
Everybody got horror stories. Guys, give me a
I
horror
can see
story.
that. I can see that.
Give me a horror story, guys. Give me a horror story on here. Who is the chick that gave you the horror story to get more money from you when you were doing the right thing?
said
Oh.
hater, Jay Black. He's talking about Mike. He's saying
No,
it to you,
Mike
about
said
Dave,
it.
it was me. It was me, Dave. It was me. I was hating Dave. I was hating. I hate it. My bad. My bad. I was hating. I was
Oh.
hating. If you have a horror story, get on here. Tell us who that woman was that got you for everything. Still running you through the
Got you
ground.
for everything.
Everything.
Took all your bread. Knew
We
she
took
ain't
Don't
gonna
let
all
get all
your
that
me
money.
bread,
don't let me get Jay Black started.
but
Knew
this is
she
my
ain't gonna
thing.
get
Yeah.
all
Y'all
that
get
money.
on the women, and the women should be on birth control. You should be on birth control. Now you can go get that little 2-day pill. What is it called?
Plan B.
Yeah, that you get that just in
Why you
case.
like that? Why you say it like that was brand new, Shawnee? You was like,
I
Get
didn't
that,
know the
get
name
that
of
She's
it.
thing,
never
I
had to experience that, Mike.
Yeah, I'm like
that
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 She
pill,
ain't
plan
the
never,
B.
thing.
never
the
had
little
that early
pill.
morning square.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
That
dudes,
sticking.
scare.
y'all be running up in people
Plan
raw, and you
raw
know
dog.
that you could get them pregnant. You can't trust no woman that say, "Oh
Handle that
yeah,
anything
I'm
Mm-mm.
on
and
birth
still
control.
be
I
Shout
can't
to
get
Alfred.
pregnant."
Shout to Alfred. He said, "Good morning,
integrated
Mike
in
and
this
crew."
relationship.
Good morning, Alfred.
Alfred's already.
Alfreda.
Alfreda.
Alfredo.
Alfreda
Sorry,
Jackson.
Alfreda. My bad.
Alfredo.
And I got my
Alfredo.
glasses on. That's crazy. Alfreda Jackson. Never worried about him and still
Didn't
didn't
interfere.
interfere with the building of his relationship with his children and hinder anything. Okay,
As you
well,
should
clap
not.
it up.
Yes.
Well,
Clap it
Suave,
up.
Yeah,
she's doing
it's
how it's
good
The
for
supposed to
mother,
Suave,
do.
it
yes.
was probably some dysfunctional shit you had
Yeah,
going
I'm
on.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, never had to ask
Yeah.
another man to do anything. Okay, never had to ask another man to do anything for any of his children because they were mine. I brought them
Mm.
into this world. He did too. But guess what? What he does for them is his business. Okay, girl. I see the
hmm
aggression. I see the aggression.
I
Okay.
like that mindset. So she ain't worried about him. She gonna do what she need to do for her kids. She's not gonna
Well,
have
I
him all
think
up
a
in
lot
court.
of mothers,
Yeah,
or
that,
Jay
that
Black, have
way.
the mindset
Well, maybe
of
she,
I'm going to
hmm
make sure my kids are straight, and whatever
I don't
anybody else
need
do
your
for them
money.
is extra.
yeah,
Like
those are
sometimes women who are single mothers and stuff like that, sometimes that
hmm
has to be their mindset to make sure that they know, look, y'all gonna be good. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure y'all good,
because if you sit up and worry about,
and
look,
wait
you will
for
never get
somebody else.
anything done. You
yeah.
will
Those are
Mm-mm.
never
the
get
best ones
anything
to
done.
get pregnant and dip. Okay,
No,
sorry. No,
no, no, no,
those are the
no.
best ones. The independent ones were like, yeah, I'm gonna be out of here. She gonna be all right.
Mm-mm.
When am I gonna be back in Tampa, Florida? Come on, stop playing. All right, I'm kidding.
Unbelievable.
I'm kidding. I'm
oh wait,
kidding.
what was that he said?
All right,
Um,
let's
What you
take a
doing,
black and
Jay?
mild break
oh
and
no, you got it.
uh
Our Kamari, our tax expert, financial advisor, has some facts and some financial tips for 2022. We was going to discuss. He was sending me a text, so he's going to be coming on the show, Mike. So we got him in the next 15 minutes or so. He should be here.
Oh,
Women
but
should
I
stay
will say
financially
this, and
struggle.
then we're gonna wrap this up, and I'll take a smoke break. I will say this, and I've had this idea a long time ago, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, you're stupid," but okay. There's a certain point where sometimes you can meet somebody, and you know that person is a good mother, or you see that guy as a good father, and there's a certain point where y'all go like, "We don't know if we can," but y'all start getting to an agreement that you can have a kid with this person and actually have a really good relationship. And there's certain women that I'm like, you're a good mom. Like, I'll do my part. You do your part. Like, maybe the relationship doesn't flourish into a marriage and stuff like that, but we can actually co-parent and raise a kid like really functionally and really good. Like, it could be a good situation.
it depends on the definition of if your definition of your part and her definition of your part match.
Fine.
Oh, what's your definition for my part, Shawnee? What's my
I
definition?
mean, well, outside of we don't have to do. We ain't got to go to court. We ain't got to do child support
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But when I call and say I need for track, basketball, or whatever they got going on, then I need that to happen because I'm taking care of everything else.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you talk to me, you
Mhm.
realize I'm going to be one step ahead of you. I'm already going to have that money without you asking at the first of the month.
Oh, well, see, that's beautiful. But how much
Mhm.
money?
But
How much money?
these vaginas, I hate this.
Because this the thing, like some kids, like my
I got
kids,
one
for
kid by
instance.
you, Shawnee. I got one
You
kid
got
by.
okay,
Hypothetically, I have one,
we got
and
one kid.
and every first of the month there is $1,700 every first of the month.
Well, that's good because if the kid is active in sports and
Mhm.
activities and stuff, that should take care of that.
$1,700, and I still need to hit
17.
once a month. Like, I still
Oh
need to hit.
no, we not doing
What?
that.
That don't get you a coochie pass too.
No,
Nah,
but
you gonna have to give more than 1,700 if you
no, but
still want to
honestly, I think like people don't get it. Like, you can actually have a conversation and have a business arrangement where you're like, look, you're gonna love your kid, I'm gonna love the kid, and we can make this happen. It's just that we turn everything into, and it's just not us, it's everybody turns it into some hood. Suave said, because I have never asked for a damn thing for 25 years. If I ask you for something, you damn straight can have it. Yeah, but how? Okay.
and then we'd have to work out the visitation thing. Like, when you gonna have the kid?
We'll do it every weekend.
Nah, when you gonna take the kid during the week?
Okay, we can do it.
You gotta go to school. Then you gonna say, "Oh, you
He
gotta
can
be up
take him to
school."
school. He
There
got
are
to
men
take-
who
he
live in the
can
same
take
city
him to
with their
school.
kids, who take their
I ain't
kids,
got no problem with that.
pick them up,
Yeah.
take them to school, and take them to practice and things like that, because that is part of support.
Yeah, that's part of not just the financial aspect of
Not
it.
just the financial aspect.
No, they stay with me 1 week. They can come stay with you the next week. Give me a break.
More than action.
Somebody tried to do me with I was in a situation where, like, what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna have baby mom gonna have her Thursday through this, and you're gonna, and I said, no, we're not gonna do that. I need you to be with me. I can't switch off. I need to set the platform and the whole thing. Like,
Set the tone.
yeah,
Set the tone.
I'm not gonna do you go there and then you have a whole different lifestyle. Then you come here and
Yeah,
a
that's
set of
important.
morals and
It's hard.
principles. I'm like, we're gonna do this. You're gonna be here, and then you can go there for a short
visit.
period of time. Yeah,
To
I'm not.
visit.
Yeah.
My
I
problem
can't
is,
do. Yeah,
but once you do the Thursday to Sunday thing, you still got to pay child support. So you spending all your money when you have them, and the mother still gets the majority of the bread. But yeah, I need that for me to be able to take care of me and my household. But yet I'm paying extra, and you still getting, and I got to take care of the kid when I got him. Like, does that ever balance out?
So you do know that when your kid leaves, that the mortgage company don't say, hold on, I'm gonna take some money off of this good old mortgage payment.
That goes both
while
ways.
the kid is gone.
That goes both ways too for the dad.
the mortgage payment has never taken anything off my mortgage ever in life. I don't know what you talking about, Sexy Mo.
I said they don't.
No, that's what
They
she's
don't.
saying
I'm
because
like
of
they
what
don't-
Jay.
they
Okay,
don't stop, Jay.
on both sides. On both sides.
Right.
So I will say this to all y'all young women out here right now. Y'all don't need, y'all want to be 50-50? Y'all want to be equal? Act like it right now. Act like it right now. When we have sex, understand, like, when like, I'm just saying, like, it's so funny how guys, all of a sudden, once the kid happens, the guy's like, oh, okay, well, he got to pay this, he got to pay that, he got to pay this. I'm like, wait a second. I thought y'all ain't need nobody for nothing. Y'all been yelling out. Y'all been yelling out. Y'all don't need no man for nothing forever.
Ever. Independent women.
Yeah, for me. But
Well,
for this child,
the
child needs you.
I'm an independent
And
woman.
independent does not mean that you don't need a mate and don't need your man. That does not equate independency. You can have independency and still be in a marriage, still be in a relationship or whatever.
I'm not saying y'all too. I'm saying when these ladies at the club saying I don't need a man for shit, they never say, when the DJ says, if you don't need a man for shit, make some noise. unless you need child support. Unless you need child support. Nobody ever does that. Nobody ever says, unless you need child support. No, if you don't need nobody for shit, let's be clear. When you lay down with somebody, if you don't need a man for shit, because I don't need y'all for nothing. When I lay down with you, I know I'm taking care of all my responsibilities.
But there are men out there who are custodial parents.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, like, when we lay
Asian,
down.
that's the dream scenario, Asian, what she said, Mike. 1 week on, 1 week off, and keep the child support 50-50. But the problem is the women want you to still take the kid for that time frame and still get to reap the benefits of the child support.
But if they're benefit to child support, Jay Black, you talking like the child support is life changing.
Well, why do you want it?
Let
If
me,
it's-
let me ask y'all
Because
something.
it's for the child. The child has
Yeah.
a lot of
So
things
let-
that they may need.
So when I have the child, if it's 3 days out of that week, why am I still paying you that bulk of that money?
Because the child's activities still go on. They
But
don't just
I'm
stop
involved.
for
I'm
3
a part of the
weeks.
life.
No,
And you don't
how-
need it.
Let me tell you what women don't want is what she just said, 50-50.
50-50.
1 week off, 1 week on, and nobody gets child support. Let me tell you how much birth control and guys will be getting vasectomies and women will be getting plan Bs. If there was something that said there is no child support. If you get pregnant, you on your own. Let me tell you how safe people would be then.
I don't
Well,
think
normally
they
in court,
would. I think
normally
they
in
still be
court, when it's
reckless.
50-50 like that,
If you're over
normally,
18, I amendment. If you're over 18, under 18, I get it. Go ahead. Sorry, Mo.
but you know what, and I understand that Jeanette said my son father said you had him for 9 years. Now it's my
Mm-hmm.
time, no problem. But one of the issues I have with that is that first 9 years, first 10 years is a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
When they hit 10, they're a little bit more sufficient. You're not paying
Daycare,
things like that. The heavy lifting, like, let's be honest, the heavy lifting are the early foundational formative years. When they hit 10, it becomes a lot easier to manage.
I disagree.
Not financially, but I'm saying emotionally, things that you have to do for them.
Yeah,
At 10, my son could put the waffles in the toaster.
Yeah,
First
they a little
9
bit more
years,
independent, but
yeah.
my bills doubled when the
No,
older
bills
they
are
get,
different. The older they get, the more the bills
because
are.
I
Absolutely.
thought it would get
And you're using child
easier.
support to pay your bills for somebody else for other stuff you got going on in your house.
Wait, you said pay other bills?
Girl, we
What you
gonna mute
mean?
Jay Black.
It's a
Jay
bunch of
Black
crap.
over
But
there.
what you mean?
No, I'm
Pay other
scarred by child
bills?
support because it's fraud.
He done had eggnog this morning.
No,
Black
no.
him
What
out.
he's
Like, wait
saying,
a minute.
but no. What he's saying is real. If I give you $700 a month for one
Mhm.
child,
Uh-huh.
and you got a few kids, I need to know
They
not
benefit
one
from
penny, not one penny
itemized. I need an itemized
went
report where that 700 went
anywhere
in.
else except to my kid.
So
But
thank
I need
God.
no, you paid your child support, and
thank
that's
God
all
that-
you got to keep a record of is that you
Nope.
paid your child support.
Nope. And that's where it all goes wrong.
But dang,
That's
how
where that's where it all. I gave $700 for Terrence. Not one penny should go anywhere. Not to anybody. Not to anything except
itemized.
Terrence.
Itemize my ass.
That's the key.
Where the fucking money was going.
So you know
don't
damn well that
ask
money ain't used off of the kid.
When you know what's funny? When y'all pay MasterCard, right?
Mm-hmm.
MasterCard don't never say, oh, by the way, we gave $50 to American Express. Ever. If they said, oh, by the way, you paid this amount of money to MasterCard, but we gave $50 to American, you be like, bitch, I'm taking you to court.
Yeah, but
they also
no. Listen. You don't get extra cable channels off my $700. You don't get the order Uber Eats off my $700.
But you know what?
No,
Your $700.
wait. Let me finish. If we gonna do this, make sure that money goes to the child that I put the semen in you for. That's all I'm saying.
So
I don't see how y'all mad over that.
We not mad.
Because if the thing was reversed, and if I got custody of the kid, which I do, and you started paying, and I was getting the money for Amani, but all of a sudden I paid some money for Akela, you be like, how the fuck did Akela get some money?
Well, I mean, really, that ain't none of my business because I don't know how your house
Your
functions.
business.
So by the
But
time
happens,
your
Johnny.
$700 gets there, I might have spent other money to take care of extra stuff that was allocated for something else. So when that 700 comes in, now I got to fill in the gaps. And it's not that black
That's not
and
my
white.
problem.
It is your problem.
No, it's not. No,
because
if
you
my
ain't
$700
sending
for
the money on time.
If I pay $700 for my Honda Accord, I can't say, How about you give $60 for my damn Cadillac Escalade?
But we're not talking about cars. We're talking
No,
about
that's what we're
children.
talking
We're
about.
talking about
No,
human
no, no.
beings
What
that
was
live in
no,
a
no, no,
house,
no? That's
that
where you
suck
got.
up air, that
That's
eat
where
the
you.
food in the
And
refrigerator,
that's where you
that
got it
leave the
wrong.
lights
It
on.
is a bill. It is a bill. It is
No,
a
it's a
bill.
child.
No,
it's a
it's a
child.
bill first. Once we went to court, it turned into a bill. It turned into a bill because the court system says
That is a
if
bill.
I give you $690, I'll go to jail.
Yes.
So if I give you
Ooh.
700,
Right.
I need all 700 to go to that
But
child.
but Lady Q
That
hit
part,
a
Lady
point.
Q,
She
yeah.
said child support is reimbursement because all bills are
For
paid in full
one,
before it
no,
comes.
no, no, no. For one
So-
child. For
Because that's
one
the explanation.
child.
Got her cheer you
For one child.
because your money come on the 15th and shit was due on the 10th.
No, for one
Wait,
child.
Why I spent your money on the bill.
They trying to hear what you back here saying because you sitting there barking back here all
I'm not
husky.
barking. I'm barking. You damn right. This is stupid.
It is not stupid.
It
It's
is stupid.
I
And
need-
you getting your feelings about this shit every goddamn time. It's stupid.
It is. I am in my feelings
It's
because I need to
stupid.
itemize because we know and you know that
I
money is
itemize
not being
shit.
used correctly. You know.
I
You know
itemize
you
the
got
goddamn
your
thing.
nails done. You know
I
you
don't
done
even
took
get
that
my
money.
fucking
You
nails
was
done.
banking on that money for stuff that had nothing to do with the kid.
You
You were
ain't
banking
Diddy.
on that
You
money.
ain't Diddy. Who the fuck should you are?
Ain't got nothing to do
You
with
ain't
Diddy.
Diddy.
If
What
it
you
ain't
ain't
Diddy.
buying mansion with your child support?
whatever.
If somebody says,
Whatever.
if the government says you have to pay your taxes back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say you have to pay $500 a month on this, they're not going to use it for anything else except your tax season for 2019. So if I pay that money for the kid, it's only going to the kid. Now, once again, I'm saying this is raw. This is raw. This is not. This is some raw shit. I'm not telling you this is perfect. I'm just saying once a child and you go to court becomes a bill, you cannot decide what you're going to use the money for other stuff. You just can't. Once you decided this is a bill and I have to pay it, you can't decide to get anything done with that money except that child. Shout to Terrence, my
Yeah, right.
make-believe son.
Because I was like, look, I've been with
Not
you
the Terrence,
for
my
a
make-believe
long
son.
time, Michael
Terrence.
Sean. Who the fuck is Terrence?
I would never name my kid Terrence. Even though
Okay.
Terrence is not a bad name. I'm just saying.
Did you ever not bank on that child support for certain things every month? Did you
I,
bank on
in
that
the
money?
beginning, I did, and then
Right, and that was my problem.
I found out real quick that I can't depend on this. That X, Y, and Z is not going to be taken care of. So let me just get this together,
But
and then
why are you
whenever it
banking
show
on it
up,
for other stuff? Why are you banking on it to help with the cable bill? Or you banking on it to help with your hearing bill?
But she
I
don't
need-
do that,
You,
but
you,
she
you
Oh,
need
well,
your
no, I
wig.
wasn't
You
banking on
want a
it
new
to-
That's not what
wig.
she's not talking about that.
She was
She's
banking on it
talking
every
about.
month.
yeah,
not
I'm banking
talking
on
about-
it
Go
because
ahead.
I had a $1,200 daycare bill I had to pay.
Very
Okay.
sensitive.
Yeah, because they had to go to daycare so I could go to work. I had others like little stuff they
Go to
needed
work.
that I had to
Come on.
pay. So
Before her child
So,
support
yeah.
hit,
Wait.
she still had to pay
And so-
child care.
Wait,
but,
Before
but y'all do understand.
That's what a lot of females do. They bank.
Name one.
A lot of
Who do you
females.
know? Like you said to me.
Oh,
Who do
I'll
you
name
know?
her.
Mike said he can name about a couple of them
Who
too.
do you know?
No, it's just in general.
Bullshit.
And what do you
You
mean?
need to heal that fucking scar.
I
Get
ain't
over
got
it.
no heel, no scar. I ain't scarred. I'm
You
just
know-
saying.
Oh, you're not scarred.
I'm not scarred. I'm just speaking facts.
Bullshit.
The reality is child support is
The
supposed to be for the
reality-
kid,
No,
and it's
my
not being
point
used
is-
consistently.
My point
Females
is,
bank on
no,
that
listen.
for other stuff every month, and then you know damn well you ain't need that amount of money every month because the kid ain't needing 5 outfits every week. They're not needing all the money that you claim you need is not needed every month for a child. It's not. That's not.
Ain't
That's the
nobody
reality.
claiming shit. That's the court said.
Well, now you gonna go back to the court.
Your shit before.
But-
Now you go back to the court.
because that's
there's
the court said.
but there's the problem.
That's the
You got
court
people
said.
like Shawnee who aren't like that, who literally deserve more child support.
You supposed to be getting them together for school. You up here trying
And-
to debate me.
And people like Mo who literally deserve more child support. And I know this for a fact because what y'all do with the money is the right thing, and y'all deserve more money. Then y'all got the opposite side of people who abuse this
Scandalous.
system.
Mhm.
And that's why child support court is such an imperfect thing.
This
It's
nigga over here
imperfect.
eating.
Oh,
No,
she gave me some
like,
scrap on
listen,
eggs.
listen.
She gave me some scrap on eggs. See, my wife, she'll debate with me and feed me at the same
She
time.
probably
Yeah.
she
That's
said
hilarious.
itemize this, itemize this.
But you know
Itemize
what?
this scrapple.
But you know what? Jay Black went like on Jay Black's behalf, and that's great. That's so funny that y'all arguing. She feeds you, but because Stacey would do that shit, she'd be like, "I'm so mad at you. So do you want your eggs fried or scrambled?" And I'm like, but Jay Black went to court and literally was like, "I can't get to work if y'all charge me the child support. I can't get to work." And the judge looked at him and said, "That's your problem."
Catch the
When,
bus.
when I tell you, like there's no this child support court thing is so.
I said,
Once
Judge,
we
when
allow white people,
I got the kids on the weekend. I got to spend money, to entertain and to do this, to do that, and the food. But you're taking more than the majority of my money for them to give them to the mom, and I'm hurting, Judge. I need
Well,
help.
let me give you an
But should you
example. Let me
understand it's
let
not
me
the
give you
majority
a,
of your
less.
money.
let me give you a real
You'll get
life
locked up if
example.
you don't pay this.
Let me give you a real life example. December, we had this girl party, right? Okay. The agreement was that we were going to, and he did contribute to the party. He contributed to the party. I contributed to the party. And I'm still catching up from the
keep
party.
Kathy up there.
And y'all know
I'll go back to it.
what I've been doing to catch up from the party and prepare for the next party.
Yeah.
I didn't get child support for December, even though I was promised that, and I was promised something else so that I wouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now. Again, not something that I asked for, because we had a conversation. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna pick up this job so I can do this, and it's no, you don't have to do that because I don't want you out there like that. So I'm gonna give you this. I ain't got that. Okay, I never got this. So when you say, well, I got the kids and I have to do this and I'm paying this a little bit. Listen, if all I had to do was pay child
So
support,
disrespectful with the little bit.
if all I had to do was pay child support, the child support that he's ordered to pay, the $297 a month, life would be good.
No, there's no one answer for all this. Like, because there are people doing the right thing, then there are people doing the wrong thing.
Now my thing is, Mike,
and put Kathy. Go ahead, Mo. But put Kathy up. Go ahead, Mo.
so Mike, Jay Black, because you're talking about itemizing. No, you might not buy new clothes every week, right? But she might say, you know what, the electric bill is due, the child care money was due, and I'm just now getting this money. Do you consider her backtracking and saying, because I pay all these bills up front, do you consider when the child support hit the account? I don't know why I'm asking him this.
Well, what you're saying is that somebody is late. If I'm on time every month, which I
no, the
be.
courts are late. The money might come from you on time, but when it gets to the custodial parent, it's late.
Mike is delusional. Like I said, I'll do what the hell I want with it as long as I'm taking care of the child. No, you won't with my money, because my money was dedicated to that one child. So you keep playing with me because I got lawyers. Play with me if you want, Kathy, because I'll make it. No. You got to get the Jewish lawyer. You got to get the Jewish lawyer because I want receipts on everything. I want receipts on everything.
So you would spend all that money on an attorney?
I personally did and still lost, but I didn't have a Jew lawyer. I didn't have a Jew lawyer.
A Jewish lawyer, not Jew.
Jewish.
Jewish. Oh,
a Jewish lawyer.
You just
man.
A Jewish lawyer. And I want my lawyer, and understand, I'm not going to stop. Because I'm giving you, see, this is one thing about child support.
More money to fight over child support.
No,
we talking about your child.
But you're not going to use my child to get more money out of me and use it the way you want to use it. See, y'all be using these kids, not you, not y'all too. Some of these women be using these kids like, you going to do that and it's your child? Yes, I'm going to do it. It's my child and it's my money.
How much money you paying in child support, hypothetically?
I've never had to pay child support.
No, I'm saying hypothetically.
You know what? Because I went to court to get custody. Y'all got the right one.
Let's say you paying child support. And
I was willing. I'm willing to take care of all your bills. How about that?
All of them?
All of them.
You gonna pay all the bills plus child support?
I went. I'm not saying what I would have done. I said what I did. I went to this person and said, give me your bills.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the one.
You gonna
like,
pay child support?
No, but there's my whole point. And I'm gonna pay child support. I'm taking care of your entire bills, everything.
Here you go. Wait a minute. You gonna
exactly?
Pay them? Here.
Exactly. I sat down and was like, give me all your bills and wrote every bill out. Every bill.
That's love.
From electric to everything. I'm not the one to play with. Like,
that's
I'm
love.
When
that's because you have good intent. You have good intention.
I'm going to make sure that you're stress-free. Like, my kid is, there's never going to be a time when you're going to yell at my child because you financially stressed. What you're not going to do is be like, oh, we struggling. No, we not. No, we not going to do that. Not with me. And thank God, because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It has to do with God, with blessing me to be able to tell these jokes.
You want to adopt some children.
You know I love you.
You want to adopt them. Go down to the court and change these names.
Uncle Daddy Mike.
Let's change these
Uncle Daddy Mike.
Let's put that in the universe. It will happen. It will happen. But I'm like, but the child support court is so like, nobody is going to agree on this because it's going to be the woman who does too much. It's going to be guy who does too little.
Well, there's levels to child support court too, because you can go to mediation before you go before a judge. Right?
Oh yeah. When I went to mediation, go ahead, Mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you can go to mediation first. And in mediation, they try their best to, make sure that things are done before it goes to the judge. In mediation, there's a basic amount that you have to pay. Like, you can't pay less than this base amount. And that's according to what you make. Those are the laws that are put in place. Now, if you think that, he hiding money or she's hiding money, I want to take this all the way to the judge, and you go to the judge, you get in there, the judge is still not going to make you pay a dime less than what the minimum mandatory is.
So let me speak on mediation when you're a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter's living with me, and mediation comes to me, and a little lady says, well, you'll have her Monday through Thursday, and she'll have her Thursday through Monday. No, she won't.
Mm.
What makes you assume that I'm going to have my daughter Monday through Thursday and then turn her over to somebody who I don't know? I'm not saying she's a bad person at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. I'm not discrediting her in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, you really think I've had my daughter with me for 3 years, and now we're going to talk about she going to go there Thursday through Monday, and I don't even know what situation is going on.
Mm-hmm.
No, fucking no. And the lady looked at me crazy.
Yeah, that's sad too, Mike, because a lot of times in mediation, they automatically peg, especially Black and brown, they automatically say, oh, the dad can't want full custody or couldn't want to do this full time. So I think that a lot of times when y'all do come in and say, this ain't going to work, I want my kid every day, or I want my kid full time, it's a shock to them because they're programmed to automatically split it up that way.
Yeah,
or they think that when the dad takes the baby, that the dad has some other woman that's gonna raise the baby, and so the dad is still really not being active. It's just a
and when I was like, no, we're not doing that. She was like, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure.
Now, see, Jeanette, for some women, they do that. I've never done it.
Never experienced that.
I've never done it.
I've seen it and been through it. Yes, as soon as you get a raise or another job or a new account with a record label, every time now I gotta go back.
And the child support goes up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Once you get a raise, even though your kids are fine, fine.
Modification, I need more.
And this is men or women. This is what I'm saying. This is men or women. You could be the woman that doesn't have custody.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The kids are fine. The kids are getting everything. The kids are going to their schools. The kids are getting everything they done, everything they need. And then they get a raise and the courts say the kids need more. What is that?
So we have our financial rebel. Maybe he has ways to save money with child support. Maybe he has tips and tricks to help lower child support. I don't know. Let's bring him in. Good morning, Kamari. Good morning.
It's called pulling out.
Good morning, Kamari.
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
How are you?
What up, Kamari? What's good?
Good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
The best trick for child support. The best trick for child support? Don't have none.
Fact.
That's all I got. I will say this though, because I deal with this a lot. We had this conversation I think a month or two ago, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't think you can truly tally up all the costs of the custodial parent, whether it be man or woman. I was at one point the custodial parent. I didn't get a whole lot of child support, so it was rough. And when I did get some, it wasn't a whole lot. So I think when you add it all up from everybody that's in the system, for the record, right, before I say anything else, for the record, the system is definitely unfair to men. Just for the record, whether you're the custodial parent or not. However, I think if you did a total tally of all the women that are in the system versus all the men that are in the system, I think the women probably get the shorter end of the stick. Because how many men don't show up? How many men aren't there? How many men just don't care?
And I will say this,
or act like an uncle and keep them once a month.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. But I'm gonna say what women say.
Did Mike freeze?
Yeah, Mike, you froze.
Oh, he
You're frozen.
You're not frozen on IG.
A
Okay, there you go.
did that.
All right, let me make sure my bill's paid. My daughter's been with me for 17 years. I've never gotten one penny. One penny. One.
I hear you.
Did you try
Ever.
to take her? But did you?
No,
try to take
no.
her to court?
I
You
didn't
just forget
even.
it. I ain't even
No,
going through that.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So when people start telling me about not one penny, when I tell you going to get her asthma medicine costs $500 with health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
With health insurance.
Yeah, them
So that's why you're so mad, Mike.
Yeah,
No. Because I'm good. Because if I had them, that's me.
Yeah, but you're still entitled to your feelings.
Yeah. But my thing is like I've never even threatened until somebody says something crazy. I've never threatened anything. I'm like, you go do you. Like, and I'm not telling women to do that because I believe like everybody should be held responsible. But once you lay down with somebody, this is the facts on top of facts. Once you lay down with somebody and you take that chance, you open yourself up for everything.
Facts.
My OG said, the day you lay down with a woman with no condom, you've given away all your control.
All your power, all your control.
All of it. The day you put that in with no condom, you've given up all your control. And my OG was like, so don't ever let me hear you bitch about the situation.
Yeah, you ain't got no say in if she gets an abortion or not. If she,
We'd never be there if we didn't make that choice.
Yeah, that part.
Financial Rebel, what you got for us?
Well, Jay wanted to talk about savings. I think I saw a question about taxes in the comments. Who gets to claim the kid on taxes?
I claim
That's
my
always an
kids.
interesting one.
Yeah, so
I've seen people literally fight over that. Technically, the person who gets to claim the child on taxes technically is the one that files first, that has 51% of the support, and usually that's a custodial parent. So that's usually how it goes. But sometimes people try to get slick. They might not.
Do they?
They might not. They might not actually provide the support, and they file first, and they get the refund first. Now that'll work really good in the short run sometimes, but when the IRS finds out, a lot of times it'll cause an audit. It'll take back the money. I've seen a lot of people do that.
There's a form now, I think, that you have to sign. You know, back in the day, everybody was like claiming 4 or 5 kids. People was paying for kids. Let me claim your kid. I'll break you off. You can't do that anymore. It's without signing that form, right?
Well, no, the form is still there. I got to remember what the form is. So there's a form that, let's say I'm your baby daddy, Mo, and I want to give you all the rights to claim the kids. There's a form to sign it over. The form number escapes me off the top. You can still claim it and act like they're your kids or whatever. And a lot of times you'll still get caught with it.
Be careful, people. For those who into that, if you're into that, be careful.
Oh, get on IG Live. Get on IG.
Now, Mike, you know that ain't gonna work.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we had problems the last time.
We had problems.
I've been trying to figure that out all week.
So you can't get on? Is it something?
Hold on.
Because I saw
I was-
you were having
He got all
struggles.
the fancy equipment.
Yeah, because I was going to ask him about the savings. If this type of stuff hitting into the new year, if this is something that people should be
How to
doing.
save
You know,
We
the
ought to
money,
we ought to do that together.
the
We ought
money
to hold
challenge.
each
If there's a
other.
certain
Yeah.
dollar
Yeah, I did
amount,
see
if you
that. I
do
was wondering, can I make that
the
happen?
money challenge chart.
I do good till about week 12. That's
See,
when
but I ain't got it this week.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's when it's kind of go there. Every year we start that, and then by week 12, it's like
Can you make it bigger? I got my glasses on. I can't read
you
that
can't
damn
make
thing.
it bigger.
Damn, I
Let's
can't
see.
read it.
Where is
I
it
mean,
at?
here's
It's
the thing. This is
online?
always a great thing to do.
Oh, you agree? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, saving. If you have savings will save your life. I tell a story all the time. If we talking about single parents, right? I used to put money in my water gallon change jar. I'll put quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, dollar bills, $5 bills,
Right.
$20 bills. And I would never forget one time I was me and my son. I was flat broke. I was in school, didn't have a job because I was in school at the time. And I didn't have no money. I was flat broke. I had to pay his tuition for Catholic school, and the food was bare. Like everything was rubbing that day in terms of my ribs. So I cracked that.
Wow.
I cracked that jar, and I took it to the Coin Stars or whatever. And I had about $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coinstar saved
I still
saved
got it.
me.
Ain't much in there now because don't nobody use cash no more. But I still got it. But savings really can save your life.
Is there certain ones you suggest, like 5,000? That a lot? That a little? Is it less amount? Should you go higher? Like,
I mean, listen, I was a poor college student at the time, so that was like $1 million to me. But I mean, it's subjective. It's really for whatever your needs are. I mean, I tell everybody try to save up your first $1,000, and then once you do that, save your next 1,000, and then once you got that next 1,000, you get the 5,000. The ultimate goal, though, to me, is to have a year's worth of income, not expenses, of income in your savings.
A year's worth.
A year's worth. Now, you see some financial planners will say 3 months of expenses, 6 months of expenses. And I'm on record. I've been saying this for years. What happens when COVID comes?
Yeah.
Now, COVID's been over a year at this point, and we're thinking about going back inside again. And how many of us got all this free money with the stimulus and the advanced child care tax credit and the phony EIDL and PPP money and didn't save anything? And if we have to go back inside again, what is that going to look like? And again, I know that might sound like a lot of money because it is a lot of money, but that's the goal, right? But you can make little baby steps to get to that goal. You can take little baby steps to get to that goal.
Damn, how do I invite you on here?
I'm going in the room now.
Come in the room real quick.
Not the upper room. You said it the way you said the upper room.
Yeah, because I want him in here because a lot of people need to hear this stuff. Let me put you on.
But it gets
here.
tough sometimes. You're like, oh, that's only $25 to put up for the first week. That's easy. And then it's like, oh, I just double up next week because I ain't feel like putting it. I ain't had no change. I guess we make
Those are
excuses,
bad
right?
habits, though. We're talking about habits now.
I mean, but savings is a habit. That's the real key to savings.
But that's a bad habit by in my opinion, by saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this with this money this week. And then I'm just going to double up next week instead of being consistent and staying with.
Yeah, you got to be
making
consistent
sure that you put that in no matter what.
I would agree.
It's hard though, because sometimes stuff come up. I'll get my savings to a point, and I ain't used to, having my savings this low because I always had money, but stuff will come up, and then next thing I know, ain't nothing in the savings.
But you know what? Sometimes simple things like not eating out at all. Or
Starbucks. My Starbucks is $6.97
a day.
A day.
A day.
And sometimes, depending on the day I'm having, I might do 2.
Yeah.
So that's something that can go to a savings. Yeah.
So, Mo, what's your order at Starbucks? Macchiato, Frappuccino?
No. Caramel Ribbon Crunch, extra caramel, extra crunch.
Yo, I can't
Grande.
say it 3 times fast.
But that's
that sounds like it's $10.
But Suave, I was about to get one of those too. I'm still gonna get one. She says I'm doing an electric generator because when people lose their jobs and can't pay the energy bills, your backup generator, no noise. Like real talk.
Mm-hmm.
That would be big in Texas.
Yeah,
big in Florida too.
Yeah.
But
With all the man, y'all, you better stop saying Texas and Florida, Philly and Jersey.
Well, because Texas is on its own grid. I'm just saying, like, I was in Houston, and that was like the worst time of my life when I experienced that whole no power, no, nothing, no gas station, no nothing was open. It was
but
crazy.
forget the power going out. Just I'm just talking about you can't pay the bill.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, but I don't think it'll ever get to the point where they won't kick in any I don't know what's it called, any where they won't shut off your electric and gas and all of that, depending on where you're at. But
wait a minute, they won't do what?
Where they won't shut off your electric and gas. Like they gave moratoriums, right? So they gave moratoriums when COVID first hit. Right, so they didn't shut off electric and gas in a lot of spots.
Right
now, in Texas, they do their own thing. They're a little special down there, but
maybe they just shut it off quick.
For the rest of the country,
in the wintertime,
well, they can't during the wintertime because
is there winter in Texas? It ain't always hot.
But the moratorium,
it's cold to us. Like today,
no, it was cold last year. Was the most. It was cold. It was colder here last year than it ever was on
like
the
60 degrees. They call it 60 cold.
No, we was below zero.
No, I was there, Jay Black, and it was awful. I've never been in Texas when it's been that cold.
Yeah.
But I think the moratorium only works and it's only effective if you have resources for all income brackets to be able to help with. What's the moratorium? You can tell me I don't have to pay this bill to the end of the year. But if I don't have the financial resources between the starting point to the end of the moratorium, what's the point of it?
Like Suave said, the bill's
I'm just going to accumulate more of the bill. It's going to be a higher bill at the end.
No, that's a fact. The bill is going to come due at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay the piper. I'm not saying that, but in that very moment, in the moment of crisis, you might get a little relief. Might.
Mm-hmm. So the reprieve would be, since you done charged me up all year when I could afford it, is to give me a full slate.
You could also buy some candles too to try to help keep that bill down.
Yeah, it's in the 40s here this week, and then it's gonna get back up to 79 like for Christmas.
Jay, can you pull that chart back up?
The shiny one that was the one that I had.
Yeah, I believe that chart doubles every week or so. I can't.
So what, you start off with like 25?
Let's see.
But
you start off with 20. So it's 20 the first week, 35 the second week, 45 the next week, 125. Then you start over 25, 50, 75, 130.
But I will say this.
That's doable.
But I will say this. That Digit app and certain apps that you can use. When my daughter's Sweet 16 came up, and Jay didn't get this because Jay was so infuriated. I didn't pay for my daughter's Sweet 16 because I had this Digit app.
Yeah, you put me down with it.
For 2 years before.
You paid for it.
No, I paid for it, but I
was just ready.
I didn't notice. I didn't even notice it because 2 years before it was just rounding things up, taking money to the side, putting it to the side, and then I could actually put actual like goals on there. So I didn't put a Sweet 16 obviously, but I put a goal. I had a credit card connected to it, and next thing you know, by the time the Sweet 16 came up, the money was there. And it's almost like you need something to take money and save for you every time you spend money on something, because we're not going to do it on our own.
Well, my problem with the app, reason why I stopped, they started taking various large amounts when I didn't want it. It felt too invasive. It was good to start off, and then you see, wow, I'm saving X amount of dollars. But every time you buy something, it would take a percentage of your account or whatever, and then that put that in your savings. So it's like you're not even seeing that little $10 here, $12 there. But then they got you say like $35 here and there. It was just doing too much, and I'm looking like, that's my money over there.
Yeah, but it's still your money. You still have it.
It felt weird.
We know
Jay Black got control issues.
Like,
what's up?
He said it felt weird.
You still have access to the money.
I know.
It's still like doing what but it's called discipline that we don't have.
We don't have it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times people need to put their money somewhere where one, they can't get easy access to it, and then two, they tend to forget about it,
And
and
that's what
so
it
that
was.
money goes
It
because
wasn't easy.
most people that get some money, most people have spender's disease. They get a
Yeah.
dollar in their pocket, they want to spend that dollar. Matter of fact, they get a
Mhm.
dollar in their pocket, they really want to spend two.
I had to retrain I used to be that way, and I had to really make a conscientious effort to really retrain the way I looked at that. And kind of say, no, you don't have that money. You know,
But I
look,
mean,
you look at it. Yeah.
And then it's
no,
like
I
3 days to
mean,
get my
no,
money out.
that's
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 another
beautiful.
thing, Mike. I wanted my money now. This time I gotta wait 2 or 3 business days. This is my money. You hold my
So
money, I gotta wait for you to put it back
But
in my other.
it's still your money, Jay.
it's
I
still
know.
your money,
You know,
Jay.
I wanted it. I wanted it now. I wanted
So
my money
that,
back.
but see, that helps people who have impulsive buying, who don't think twice before they buy large ticket items. My ING account literally saved my life because it wouldn't allow me to take out the money for 3 days. Like the money ain't hit my account, so I had 3 days to think about: do you really need that? Do you really want that? Is it really a necessity? And 9 times out of 10, by the time it hits your account, you don't have the desire for it anymore.
No, that's a great point, Mel. But I'll say this too, right? People don't realize your dollars. We spend our dollars. It's literally spending our power. We give our power away unnecessarily. A lot of times, the people that don't care about us, our families, or our communities, and then we wonder why we're so poor when it's time to retire, or when it's time to take a vacation, when it's time to buy a house.
Mhm.
Like Mo said, if you really just kind of retrain your brain and start putting that money aside, out of sight, out of mind, you could really develop your own power. Because imagine what happens. What could anybody do if they had a year's worth of income in the bank?
And that's what
Your
Suave
average income
doing.
in the
She's
United States
saving
is
it.
$52,000. So if
52.
the average in the audience, if everybody had $52,000 in the bank right now,
Mhm.
I think their lives would look different. I think their choices will be different, or they felt the freedom to make different type choices. But it
I
all
think,
starts with that first dollar.
and I think you're absolutely right because there's certain simple things where never, whenever you get a raise, this is my dad's theories. Whenever you get a raise, that's not part of your salary anymore. That's money that goes into, you got to put it into something where it's a 401k. And he was like, never. And I didn't listen. He was like, never spend your tax refund.
Mm.
Never.
Listen,
My dad
Really?
said, never spend your tax. He
Discipline.
Boy,
said,
your daddy was set.
my
That's
dad was like,
discipline.
when you get a tax
I be
refund,
waiting on that tax.
you don't do,
It's
he
already
said,
spent now and ain't even filed yet.
that
What are you
money has
talking about?
nothing. My dad was always like, that money has nothing to do with me. That money goes into wherever he put it at. And I was sitting there going like, if I would have saved my last 10 tax refunds,
Hmm.
that's a great question.
I would be, I'm not
That's
saying
not
I'd be,
realistic, though. That's not
Jay,
realistic.
my tax refunds never changed my life. I spent $3,500 on nothing. Nothing.
So do you
I
have
would have
anything
made
to
it
show?
without the tax refund.
So do you have
True.
anything to show for those last 10
Hmm.
tax refunds, Mike?
You said what?
You have
Do
anything to
you
show
have
for it?
anything to show for those
Nothing.
10
Nothing.
tax refunds?
I think I will say there was one tax refund that I got that I was able to clear credit to make my credit score go up to actually prepare myself for a mortgage. I think that was one major one that I did get to actually clear some stuff up. But the majority of it, I can't tell you one thing that happened with those tax refunds that changed anything. But if I would have
One of
had,
mine was taken from child support, and then even though I
but
paid,
we're
and
not
they didn't
talking.
realize
We're not talking
I
about that.
couldn't get it back,
We're not
so
talking.
they
We're
gave it
not.
to
We're not.
her.
We're not talking about that. We're not
That
talking
child
about that.
support
Jay,
start
Nah,
running
But I
you're
deep.
such a
paid it.
bitter man. You're such a
I
bitter
paid
man.
it, and then she had both, and then she didn't give it back to me, even though she knew that she got double. And tell me, well, that's what happened.
Jay,
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
we're just
I
trying
think
to
Lady Q is right, though.
We're trying to help
That scar
people.
is running deep.
I
I
think
believe
Lady
Lady
Q is
Q
right.
is right too.
All right, so
I
how can
had
we
Yeah.
say?
mine taken before
I
too,
think you need
Jay.
some therapy, Jay.
All right. So Kamari, how do we say for the average person right now? Give us the easiest way to start a little savings right now. Give us a plan that we can do starting
You can
January
save a lot of money not being bitter.
Bitterness is costly.
You can at least save $5 a day just on that.
Well, Mike, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say $5 every pay. Old had told me one time, if you just save $5 every pay, it's not going to hurt your pockets. It's not going to change your overall spending habits, but it'll help you develop the savings habit, and it'll help you develop a nest egg. And then once you
$5 every
see,
check.
once you see that money
Oh,
going
you're
in
right.
there, and it's like,
Yeah, you're
I
right.
got more and more and more.
Yeah.
You can increase more and more and more. So just start with a little bit. It's like going to the gym. What do they say? Lay your clothes out in the morning and just walk in the gym. Just be prepared to do that little small thing, that one thing. And then over time, you will begin to move up and start, hitting the treadmill, start hitting the weights, start hitting the sauna, and you'll be in fighting shape in no time soon.
You know what my problem is?
Same thing with your savings.
When you say that, I said, well, in my mind, I hear that's $60 for the year. I could just put that aside when I get my check and then
Bad
but that's the
savings
thought
habit.
process. It's like it's only $60. Oh yeah, put that
How is
aside.
that 60?
Okay, well, but here's the thing. I know
5
you probably
times
got on.
52.
How is that
Wait,
$60
I'm
a
thinking
year?
12 months. He said a month. I'm thinking $5. I'm sorry.
A pay period. Oh, if you get paid once a month, then yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, if you get paid once a month. If you get paid twice a month, it's $120 a year. But here's the thing. I'm sure you got on another pair of vintage J's on your feet today. So just take a piece of your sneaker money and put it aside every now and again. But like Mo said, make it a habit. The habit is the thing. Habits really form our lives.
He called him out. What kind of shoes you got on, Jay?
It's probably
Show the people,
like
Jay,
what
what you got on.
I'm pretty sure it's something fancy.
What kind of shoes you got on?
He be
I
wearing
just want a
them
real
J's.
savings plan. I want to be able to get in my mind to
Let
do
me see
something
your
in the easiest
shoes,
way.
Jay.
So if it's a digi app like Mike was using, if I go back to that, or if I just literally just
How they fit on your feet?
take a
Jay?
cash app myself, a separate account somewhere, or Venmo every check. Whereas though I don't know, I just wanted an easy way for me to
Send
really
me a pic
start to
of
see
your feet.
I mean,
Jay.
if you work a job, if you work a 9-to-5 job, Jay, you can have them take $5 out of your check every paycheck and open up a separate account, open up a separate savings account. I don't want to give anybody endorsements on here because they're not paying ad rates, but just pick a bank account.
like a
go
direct deposit. It could be automatically coming out of my check into a separate
Automatically
account.
come out your check, just like a 401k. So you can create your own 401k plan.
You can
You can
earmark
also-
your money the way you want it, right, Kamari?
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
Okay.
But you could also do like Mike said, stash, digit. I can't remember the other one. There's another one. Acorn, stash, digit,
Yeah,
Acorn.
Acorn.
Right.
Yeah.
All of them work just fine.
Yeah, what you got on your feet, Jay?
Look, I ain't Jay ain't
You
gonna
got
talk
on some
about
J.
that.
You got on
He
some
ain't,
J.
he ain't gonna talk about that.
Actually, it's 9:00. I gotta go.
No, he does
yeah.
have to go. He does have
I'll
to
let
go.
y'all finish up with our financial rebel.
So
Yeah.
real quick, since we're talking about savings and our choices, because all this is a choice. So I'm sure Jay got on a pair of J's. Jay got on a pair of J's.
Right.
Nike stock right now is $157. Still cheaper than a pair of J's.
How much is it?
157.
This week stocks are down still.
Wow.
Stocks are getting hammered.
If you wanna buy, this is probably a better time to buy.
Time to go Christmas shopping.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that's something. The more. Okay. Can you explain? Well, you can't because it's really taxes, and I hate taking you somewhere where you're not familiar because you always say, "I do taxes, I do taxes, I do taxes."
No, that's not always true. What you got for me?
I honestly. Yesterday, I spent like an hour and a half researching stuff, which I don't get these NFTs. I don't understand. And it seems like people are making so much money on like becoming and putting some type of property on there on an NFT. Like I can put like a comedy video of me as an NFT and make money. What are they? Like, what is the breakdown of 1 + 1 = 2 with NFTs? Because I'm lost.
Mike, who was your comic mentor in your head? Who was your favorite of all time?
I mean, there'll be typical ones, but like Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and guys of that ilk.
So let's say if you had a one of a kind Richard Pryor trading card,
Yes.
only 10 was ever made.
Right.
Would you possibly might want to buy that?
If I could afford it, yeah. Yeah.
Right. And it would potentially grow in value, like a collectible art, like a person artwork, like a Basquiat or a Picasso or something like that. So NFTs stand for non-fungible tokens. Again, non-fungible tokens. You buy them with cryptocurrency. They're normally brought with like Ethereum, which is one of the coins out there right now. And people are making money on that because they're creating digital art. It's bigger than digital art, but for right now, let's just stick with digital art.
Right.
And a lot of times, it's like a playing card. So if you had the Black Comedian Hall of Fame, and I hate to limit Richard just to the Black comedians because he was everybody's favorite
Yeah,
comedian.
of course. Yeah, I get it.
But just to have a target group, if you said the Black comedians, who are they going to put up? That's Richard. Let's put up a trading card of Richard. He's in our Hall of Fame. People could buy it, and you could do a lot of different things with it. Another example of it was that last Wu-Tang album. There's a bunch of people that got together and brought it because they made it an NFT. So sometimes you can get the trading card. Sometimes you might get the right to use.
But how do I buy?
Property.
How do I buy? You said the Ethereum. Like, how do the cryptocurrency? Like, can I buy it with Bitcoin, or is that something?
It's usually Ethereum, but they're different exchanges, right? So you know how they got Christie's, the art auction block,
right?
Well, there are Christie's online. One is called OpenSea.io. There's a bunch of them. I think OpenSea is the biggest one right now. But we are in a whole brand new sphere right now. What we got, man?
If I have $1,000, right, and I want to turn it into, I want to be able to purchase cryptocurrency. Where do I go to turn it into that?
You can look at places like Coinbase, and if you Google where can I buy Ethereum, or matter of fact, just go to OpenSea and they will tell you the exact process.
OpenSea, like open the letter C, or OpenSea as SEA.
SEA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go to OpenSea, and then I'll be able to buy actually the cryptocurrency. that I can start purchasing NFTs and stuff like that.
Yep. Now you saw that post I put up the other day about Beeple, and I mean Beeple. The post I put up was about him making about 29 million, but in actuality, he's made about $100 million. He's sold about $100 million in EFTs. But what people don't realize is this guy has been doing art for the last 20 years. And in the last 15 years, he's put out a piece every single day. So he's got hard work and dedication down. And then he does like all this, I don't want to say abstract, but he does a lot of penis pics. He'll do a Trump pic. He'll do like all kinds of crazy stuff. But people like it. And so that's really blowing up this NFT space. It's really blowing it up.
So there's you can basically put anything on there. Is that what you're saying? Like if it's art, you can put anything on there. Let's say if I make a logo and I have a sweater, I can just put it on there.
So if Nike, you got on a Nike shirt right now. So if Nike wanted to say, I'm going to make this one of a kind, I don't know, let's say athlete legends card or something, right? And it's going to feature all our top brands from Jordan to LeBron to Tiger to Kobe, whoever. They could sell that, and I'm sure it would make a boatload of money. And it's not always like a trading card. Like people made this 3D walking man that he sort of was actually a physical thing, and he only made like one or maybe one of 10 of them, and he sold them. But it's art, but it has other applications as well.
And then how do you go in there? Let's say you're not putting the actual object on there, whatever we call it. How do you just go in there and then buy into it?
You bid on it. A lot of times you bid on it. So that's why these prices are going up, because you have people bidding on it all over the world. Matter of fact, there's a black young lady who made like 12 million. And I think she's less than 15 years old off of NFTs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And okay, so now because this I feel like this whole thing is so like beyond me. It's the first time in my life I felt limited by my age, because because sometimes you tap out. At a certain point, you go like, you know what, y'all got this TikTok, the whole thing. I'm not going any further with y'all. But with this cryptocurrency, it's fascinated me on how you can do this mining stuff. This mining where these kids are mining, like, and somebody tried to explain mining to me. Can you give us like I know you can't explain the whole thing.
I can.
Go ahead, please.
I mean, literally think about mining gold. What did they have to do? They had to get their picks, their shovels,
right?
Jeans. Like many people don't realize that jeans came out of the gold rush when they were digging for digging for gold. Excuse me. It's the same thing with crypto, with Bitcoin especially, and there's some other coins too. Except their picks and shovels are computer servers, electricity, and software programs. And so they have these algorithms that do these funky things and they form these coins. And then they ultimately sell those coins. So it's not as complicated as you think. I mean, there is some complicated stuff in there, but when you boil it down to its very last compound, it's not that complicated, and you definitely aren't too old to understand all of it.
No, but I realized like 40 ain't the same 40, 50 ain't the same 50, and now it sparked my interest where somebody tried to break it down to me on it. It's just time consuming from what I hear. It's time consuming to have to keep up with the currency going up and down and up and down, and you put money in. Am I wrong?
It depends on how you do it, just like anything else, right? How long does it take you to write a joke? Sometimes probably right off the top. Sometimes it might take you a month to really perfect it and try it out. So it really depends on, how you go about it, what your process is.
I don't think this is not really for you. It's for like explaining for us. Are you nervous that what they're about to do with this cryptocurrency is going to eliminate so much of black and brown people that poverty is going to even go further, and it's going to be a desperate situation in like 10 years or 5 years maybe?
Well, the short answer, yes, but it's not just that. That's already here, and it's two sides of the coin when we look at it, right? So it's some of the technologies that are here, right? Some of the reasons why there's such a dislocation and income inequality and wealth inequality is because many times we don't have the skills to get some of these jobs. A lot of times, black unemployment is double the rate of national unemployment. Sadly, for people like me who have a name like Kamari, that presents a barrier because when those folks look at my name, they say I ain't hiring him. I'm cool with that though, because I'm glad that my mother and father chose to pick my culture over trying to get money. However, it's still a thing. It's still real, right? And the solution to that, in my opinion, is one, we got to get more skills. The world is going to keep changing. That's the only thing that's going to be constant, change.
Right.
And two, we got to support one another more. More the blacks, more the brown folks. We got to get together and work together on a lot of things. Stop giving our money to the bigger corporations that really don't give two F's about us, and consolidate our power. Again, we give away our dollars. We give away our power because we really don't value it. We don't understand what's going on. And we got to study money at the same time.
So if there was one thing, and I know that question is always hard, but when you say one thing, because there's always like, it would be better if like, what is your game plan? What would be your plan? But if there was one thing you could change in our community when it comes to our financial literacy, what would it be?
So when it comes to our financial literacy, so that wouldn't be the one thing I would pick.
So you pick. You pick.
So the one thing I would pick, nobody's probably going to really identify with. But I think black folks' biggest problems, and black and brown, right, is some of the problems from white supremacy, from Willie Lynch, from our conditioning and our training. And so if I had one thing to pick, I would pick that we love each other and love our culture more. Because many times, many of us are actually ashamed to be black or brown, but we don't realize it. It's very unconscious. And I know that's not a financial question, but when you look at other cultures,
that makes sense because that rides into it. It goes into a financial situation because when you love your culture, without even thinking, you're now supporting it financially.
Right.
Exactly. That's a little. I say that to people all the time, and they're like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? I got to wear dashikis and grass skirts all the time?" No, I mean, when we look at a lot of these things that's going on right now, from the robbings to the victimhood to the murders, a lot of it is a lack of love. How much is a life worth? We're not even going to get into the educational portion of it, but how much is a life worth, an actual life? Philadelphia's at over 500 murders. In LA, they're talking about like it's Bucktown out there. It's the Wild Wild West. So, I mean, it's not just happening in Philadelphia. It's happening in every major metropolis area. And those issues have been going on to some level, shape, or form for the last 100+ years.
And I've always said this. What we call the hood, which is such a bad description. And let me explain this correctly. I live in Jersey, 5 minutes around the corner from where my mom lives. And what I'm saying is that neighborhoods that I grew up in a place where I didn't have to risk my life just to get out of that neighborhood. I literally moved 5 minutes away. And if we could get our same cities and our blocks where you didn't have to risk your life just to get off the block, where you could be safe and raise your family there, there'd be so many people not in jail for that. But that it just always boggles my mind where Harlem right now is run by white people, and the same places that everybody said was so dangerous around the corner from the Apollo, they're white people walking their dogs.
Yeah, good old gentrification
at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I sit there and go like, we really can do this. Well, you don't literally have to run. Yeah, you don't have to sell crack to get out your area.
but
You
from the
literally-
financial aspect, from what you were saying though, from the financial aspect, we don't trust one another enough to say, I got 20 friends, 20 of us gonna put in, $2,000, and we gonna go buy this couple of acres of land over here that's sitting here for dirt cheap, and we gonna make something out of it.
Well, they're doing that Hereafter Farms.
Mm-hmm.
So in Dallas, they bought 400 acres of land. This young man, Ben X, was, I don't want to say he was the leader of it, but he puts a lot of information out about it. I think he's working with Farrakhan. I think he is.
He is. He's a member of the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a young guy. I met him on a movie set at one point, and I remember he was young then, and he was sitting in the corner when we would be between shoots doing a Facebook Live, an Instagram Live about bringing the Black community together. So they have one in Dallas, and he just posted something up that they have 25 more lots that they're doing. They're also doing it in Atlanta. But I think you have to put up.
I did hear about that. Shorty, I did hear about
$10,000.
that. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah.
But if we took that as a global mindset, though, like those are isolated things where great things are happening. But I'm talking about if we did it from a global mindset, we will be a force to be reckoned with, financially.
But what I'm saying is, got to start there where we start. And Mark does have a question. I want to get back to the conversation. I have rare pictures of famous artists. Could I turn it into NFTs?
Yeah, I wanna hit what Shawnee talked about though real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I think it's really important. Now, Brother Ben X, shout out to him. He's a dope brother doing a lot of stuff. Brother Ben X is a product of the Nation of Islam, led by Minister Farrakhan, started by Elijah Muhammad, also helped to grow from Malcolm X. Right. If you go read a lot of their doctrines, they talk about a lot of our issues and how to solve them. Cooperative economics, group economics, pooling our money together, however you want to talk about it, is one of their solutions. And actually, if you want to go back even further, you could look at the teachings of Marcus Garvey, who Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad were Garveyites as well. So it's all connected. Like the writings on the wall, the lessons are out there. The nation can do it together because they're their own religion or their own sect of Islam and do it. But like Shawnee said, we don't have that kind of global, worldwide viewing to really create massive change. But I do applaud what Ben X is doing with the farms. They also have some, the Nation of Islam also, they've been buying farms for years. I know they have some land in Georgia as well. But all of that's important. But if we could all, let's say five friends that we trust, I'm going to say it again, that we trust, and pull our money together, you'd be surprised what you can do with it.
Yeah, or even just...
The question is, there's going to be issues. There's going to be fights. Can you create a way to work through those issues and fights and say, me and Mike put our money together, and Mike gets pissed off because I got baby mama drama and I'm dealing with child support. And he's like, fuck you and your clibidity baby mom. Like, how can we work through that? Like, that's the thing. How can we work through that? And that's just an example, y'all. How can we work through that? Because a lot of times we fall out over dumb stuff. And
We
never,
fall out over the same stuff that you get mad at the other people for, and you still stay. Because
Yep.
that's like a big question that the people ask with that is, what religion do you have to be a part of Hereafter Farms? And I inbox them for the information. They send it to me with the land that they have is in Atlanta right now, and I'm like, I don't want to go to Atlanta. When you gonna have something in Dallas?
But
I ain't
you,
moving.
but I just want to say what you said, that you trust 5 people that you trust, that we say we're gonna put $5,000 in, each of us, 5 of us, $25,000, and we're gonna put it to this. But before we do this, understand we're putting this money in, and we can't take it out. Whatever we do, we're putting this in here. And we have to have people that we trust to be like, listen, and before it, because everybody's going to fall on hard times. But that $25,000 can literally turn into something so bigger than that in a matter of a few years.
You can't look at it as your rainy day fund. You can't look at
can't.
it as it's money that you can touch if there's a problem. You can't even look at it like your money.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Am I wrong, Kamar? Am I wrong on that?
So you're not wrong, but here's the thing: people going people, and I've worked on a couple of these things, and they always fall apart for the same reason. Like, think about this, y'all. Think about this. Why do we see so many black arguments and fights in public? Everything from going way back, right? We got to do some history here. Again, Marcus Garvey, W.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jesse Jackson, Obama coming current day, right? There's always this rift. There's always this fights. And there's always a splintering and shit.
And we're going to get to you, Mark. We're going to keep that comment. We're going to get to you. Go ahead. Come on.
And there's always a splintering and shifting, and there's always this issue, right? Because of the trust, because we don't have a singular focus that we need to get to. So again, I would say it's culture. Like, people get on me sometimes because I use the Jewish faith not as my lawyers, but just as an operating example of how they do things.
Yeah.
Nobody messes with them. We can implement a lot of the same things. And guess what? It's not that many of them. And they have a large concentration of the power.
And you know what's funny about the Jewish community who I work with? They have inner turmoil also. We just never hear. We just never hear about it.
We never will.
The Zionists don't mess with the Orthodox and vice versa. But guess what? Everything is about the protection of the Israeli state. Period.
Yep. Like it or not. And okay. So let's get to Mark's question. I have rare pictures of famous artists. Could I turn that into NFTs?
Potentially. The question is going to be, and I'm not a lawyer, so you got to consult with a lawyer on this. The question is going to be that anytime you have pictures and images like that, do you have permission from the said people who are these famous folks in your pictures?
So you do need permission from them?
Yeah, a lot of times you do. Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the young lady who I was talking about that made $4 million. $4 million, $12 million.
And
wait a minute, what?
How'd she do it again?
She's an artist, and she made some art, and she sold it.
Wow.
So
on NFTs. Wow.
So here's the thing right now, like everybody's saying, I'm an artist, I'm a poor artist, I don't have a way to make money. That is no longer the case. I mean, and you can actually see, going back to Mike's point, he was like, are you worried about the income disparity, the wealth disparity as more of this technology, more crypto comes online? If really get into, and I'm not trying to preach, but if folks really get into their God-given gifts and abilities, they can make some money. They can really make some money. But the question is,
I need you to teach me how to turn all of these good old talents into some NFT money. Because $4 million.
Well, you already tapped into your gift and talent.
Oh,
right? Just like when I was on here with y'all was giving me game. Y'all said I need to do voiceovers, right? It's sometimes we can recognize gifts and talents in people that can't be recognized in themselves. But Mo, you already doing it. You on your grind. It's not necessarily going to be overnight. But again, Beeple, I don't know if we can pull up that. But again, he sold 100 million of NFTs, but he did over 20 years of work for the thing. But he was chimed in. He was doing it for free. He was doing it no matter what. I'm sure Mike would do jokes forever on stage for free, right? I know he's paid his dues, but I'm just saying it's so a part of him that he is it. Well, you're always going to be talking about relationships and therapy and things like that.
And I was
Right?
wondering
Shawnee's-
when you just said that, if I were to place a comedy set, like a 5-minute comedy set on NFT, like does that sound crazy if I put that up there and it's my material?
No, it's not crazy. I mean, here's one way. A lot of musical artists right now, instead of getting enthralled or tied up with record labels, they're doing NFTs and they're having their fans buy the NFTs and help to fund their recording careers. Right?
Oh,
There's
so
so many different ways
I
to
saw
go.
Tory
about this.
Lanez do that. Yeah, I saw Tory Lanez do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, there's a lot of different ways and angles, and I'm not the expert on NFTs, but there is a lot of information out there. But again, to me, the biggest thing, Mike, again, you asked me, what's the one thing we can do is really tap in on who God, the creator, the source, really wants you to be.
it's so simple. I think we don't put enough. We don't have enough faith in ourselves because somebody else told me that it was like you should get an NFT for Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, and people will start buying them.
Yeah, maybe.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
kind of like they buy these badges. So,
Yeah.
is this Beeple that you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about?
Yep.
So they for just paying for this image.
Well, it's more than that, but yes. Like if you go, like
Wow.
he's made some dope stuff. Like he does really cool stuff. And
All right.
again, a lot of times we get caught up with comparing ourselves to other people. Don't do that.
Exactly. Don't do that. Exact. I'm so glad you said that. What we need to do, we're about to run into a new year. We need to have you, Business Bully, and just really have like an hour of this show where you guys just take your time and explain all this stuff to everybody. Because I think there are tons of people who are so interested, but you know how it is. When you don't know, you're intimidated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you get intimidated about these situations when you shouldn't be, when you should just be open to just learning. And when we have a man like you and Business Bully who we can relate to, who we know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at you, I know you're super intelligent, but I also know that you're super down to earth, and you'll be like, Mike, don't be intimidated. Mo, don't be intimidated. Shawnee, don't be intimidated. I can explain this to you, and I can get you to where you have to go. Mark said, did I have permission to take the pictures or to make them NFTs?
Not in my likeness. Don't take my pictures, Mark.
I don't know.
Is that our Mark?
Because a lot of times when you're doing, a lot of times you can take the picture and you have permission of it, especially if you're in a public space.
Right.
But oftentimes you have to get waivers to really mass distribute it. Like if you wanted to put it into a book and sell it for commercial use, it's a whole other level. Again, I'm not an attorney. I just hang around with a bunch of them. So I see some of this stuff. You know what? I would just Google. I'll be not trying to be funny, but just Google, can you do that? Like people are asking those questions and people are doing those things.
All right, y'all. We're about to wrap this up. Hey, you can chill with us because Mo got allegedly. If you want to chill, if you got things to do, Mo got allegedly. We got to take a quick break. But if you want to chill, I'm not even going to turn my phone off. If you want to chill with us and get in with the shenanigans, and we might get, somebody might close your square because we get mad at each other. Listen, you can hang out. It's up to you.
Hey, Brian.
Was that for me, Mike?
Yeah, that's for you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the audience.
No, I'm
talking to you.
No,
you got me for 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. Let's take a quick, 2-minute break. Then we'll come right back with allegedly with Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott, and my man Kamari's in the building. So we're gonna rock out.
Yes.
2 minutes. I'll be right back.
I gotta hydrate though.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. No, get in. No, I know you an alligator, so get in. Take that. Get up in here. Get. Yo, the more I watch this clip, the more Gene is crazy. Get your ass and the tail. And we need the tail in there. Think I'm playing? I'm gonna recycle your ass. Get in there.
I'm gonna recycle your ass, though.
I'm gonna recycle your ass. Yo, that is nutty. The more I look at that clip, ladies and gentlemen,
what's up, fellas? What's going on?
Alligator Gene is in the building. Alligator Gene is in the building. All right.
Listen, I said this: if I could put an alligator in a trash can, Ben Simmons can put a basket in, a bucket in a basket. You did?
Yo,
Real rap.
not a Ben Simmons stab early in the morning. No, yo, Philly mother ace. Yo, Philly mother ace.
How y'all doing today, man?
I'm good.
Good,
Now,
good,
Gene,
good.
Okay, all right. Let's take this from the beginning. And I said, are you a father? You have a family? Are you a father?
Yeah, I'm a father. I got 7 daughters.
You have 7 daughters. Okay. So who sent you? How did you even know there was an alligator in your driveway? Take us from the beginning. Like, what happened where you were like, I gotta go outside because there's an alligator in my driveway?
I was getting ready to play basketball with my nephew. Just the sun was just tuning down, so 5, 6 o'clock is right when it started turning up for 90s. The Florida's always hot. So I was setting the court up, and my daughter said, "There's an alligator across the street in my neighbor's yard." When she was an older woman, older black lady, I said, "All right, well, let it be. I mean, it's probably a small one." She's like, "No, it's a big one." So she took a bike and ran over. There's other people looking. She got too close. That's why I said, "Oh yeah, she tripping. Let me go over there and help my baby out." But the first thing I thought in my head, I just got finished listening to Scenario in my head about Tribe Called Quest in the car. The whole time I'm walking over there with that type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because back in my day, in the 90s, you walk up to a dude about to fight, you say jump up out to get beat down. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing back then. So I walked over there. As soon as I got in front of me with the trash can, I approached him, and then it was all zooming. And then look, and then the Busta Rhymes come out, powerful impact, boom from the can. I got it.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yay!
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
I'm here. Hold on. What up? Tap in. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. We got the whole crew right now. Sexy Mo's about to get into something. We don't know if these stories are true. We may retract them in a matter of minutes. It doesn't matter because it's allegedly with Sexy Mo.
All right.
So, well, Mo, you know
what happened to the gun? What? I didn't get the gun. I
know. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find the thing. Wait a minute.
I'm outside the club. I'm outside the club.
So unprofessional. We just.
Here we go.
Oh, it's just.
We got to do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to do right now. These stories may be retracted in a matter of minutes. We don't know if they're all the way true, but we know they are alleged. With Sexy Mo allegedly.
Yes.
What was the noise?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh. All right, let's go, Mo.
I get no real intro no more. All my drops, I don't have none of that.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Shawnee, for the banner.
They're all in NFTs. They're all in NFTs right now.
Yeah, we'll make that an NFT.
I wonder if I can sell my drops as NFTs.
All right, get to it, girl. Come on. Shout out. Somebody bought a badge. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. I apologize. Somebody so sorry.
And they bought the one with 3 hearts.
Yeah, they did. And thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's the big money. And it's the holidays. They spend money on badges.
Big money. We should have a holiday badge party.
Go ahead, holiday badge party. Well, I know somebody who's having a party. Shout out to Cash Doll. She just had a beautiful baby boy. But of course, in true internet fashion, they dragging her because of what she named the baby.
What was the name?
Now we know Cash Doll gives 0 fucks anyway. She don't care about what people say. But she named the baby Cashton Prophet Knight Richardson. Cashton. Like so.
Cashton.
Kashton. Cashton.
What's wrong with that? Oh, the Financial Rebel bought a badge. That's not wrong with that.
Thank you, Financial Rebel. Thank you so much, big homie. Thank you.
Gotta put some money in the plate.
What's the money plate?
What's wrong with that name? I don't get.
Well, they're saying that it's ghetto. I don't think that it's ghetto. I think that it's a nice ode to head nod to her her rap moniker. And then of course Knight is her real last name, and I'm assuming Richardson is her baby daddy's last name.
Okay, Cashton like Ashton. It's just got a K.
Cashton.
Yeah, that's cute.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I hate the fact that people call certain names ghetto, and I've been part of that for a weak ass joke. There is no such thing as a ghetto name.
Well, I did hear you say people with the name starts with a L, LaQuisha, LaQuana.
But honestly, that's only because of the brainwash.
Mm.
Those are just names that are different.
Mhm.
There's no different from LaQuisha to a Betty.
Talk about it.
There no and we fall into this. And I will admit, I've taken that weak ass joke and done stuff like that. Tanisha, whatever it is, whatever name it is, there's no such thing as a ghetto name. It's a name. And a lot of these names have significance in their family and stuff like that. So I
I
don't
got
want
a
to
question.
go ahead.
What about the name Playboy? Somebody named their child Playboy.
You know what, Shawnee? I can't stand
I'm for
you.
real. No. I'm
I
for
can't.
real. Somebody named their child Playboy. And at the little graduation, the little 5th grade graduation, I didn't believe it was the little boy's name either. But they called out Playboy Wilson.
Can
And
somebody
the family stood up, and the moms had on bonnets, the grandma, and the slide, them little fuzzy slides, and they was his name was Playboy.
But
anybody want
is that really any better than Tom, Dick, or Harry? I
Playboy?
mean, excuse me, any worse? Any
any
worse
words?
than Tom, Dick, or
Then
Harry?
Playboy?
Yes.
Playboy.
I,
That's your name. This is your legal name. So when this baby has to go apply for a job, the name that he has put on there is Playboy.
What's your name, Playboy?
that's a little tough.
No, like what's your name, Playboy?
Kamara, help me.
Not like Jamal. Jamal.
Help me.
What's another name?
Because the
Tyrone.
Right,
Those are
Deshaun.
names. But
I
Playboy,
mean, listen, my name is Kamari, right? So
That's your
I've
name.
gotten every single ghetto joke, black joke, Negro joke when it comes to my name.
But
that
is
it is.
Kamari even really
Kamari ain't
technically an ethnic?
See, we in 2021. I was born in the 70s.
Yeah, so Kamari, even though Kamari is almost, and I'm not saying this to be funny. It's like poetic. Kamari has a flow to it that literally, but I get what you're saying. Born in the 70s,
Right.
everybody's like, that's a ghetto name. But Playboy has the
Playboy.
oh God.
That's the name. Kamari. Come on now. You
I'm
being
with
Jay
it.
Black.
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it.
You would name your child Playboy.
I mean, so like there was a whole movement amongst black folks, not to go too deep, right? To name ourselves for ourselves. And if you choose the name
Right.
Playboy instead of Tom, Dick, or Harry, I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, all these names have meanings. Like, so I should name him Hunter
Right.
because, like, that was actually a thing in England or in Europe. So that's better than what their mama want or their daddy wanted to represent.
But do you think, like, maybe if you name somebody Playboy and you're doing it based on what the definition of what we claim a Playboy is, kind of puts pressure
Probably.
on a young man?
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
Playboy's, wow, that was a unique one. Like, wow.
That's
that
real.
was-
But I hope he grows up to be very successful because he's a baby. He's
Yeah.
only in the 6th grade. now.
And yeah, that's a tough one. Go ahead, Mo. That's wow. If we ain't got
Well,
enough
shout
time,
out
we
to
ain't.
Cash Doll. Yeah, we can. First of all, we're not mature on this show, so I
Yeah.
don't even. We're still not
We did
mature.
good, but we did good. We did
not
really
mature.
well, y'all. We did really well on handling Playboy.
I think Mo just said I'm messing up the show.
No, you're not. No, not at all. But I think we did, for the basis of our maturity level, I think we did very well with Playboy, because Playboy is kind of like the aunties got together and kind of put pressure on this young man to be something.
No, Mike, I think those was the uncles. That was
No, it were all women that were there representing him.
They might have been there, but I think it was the
There was no
unks
man.
that picked that name.
Yes,
they
Kyle.
might have not been at the graduation, but I think they helped pick the name. What's up, Playboy? I mean, that's how men talk. That's how we talk.
Yeah. Let me read this one on IG Live. I affiliated a name with resume presentation. Used to hate mine, thinking it was white until I came into the corporate world. I know I had interviews which they had no idea was black until I showed up. What was your name?
His name is Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. Okay, Kyle. I mean, it's unfortunate, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm blessed because I got Michael, which is the most generic name in the history of the world, other than Bob. or Tom or yeah. So
I mean,
Michael.
Michael's a common. We consider that a regular name, right?
That's
Across
why
the
Michael
board.
Sean, because Michael is
Mhm.
very boring.
Mhm.
Michael's a very boring name. Like Michael has no identity, and unless you're
What?
Michael
Mike
Jordan.
is wait. Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Like there's so many Michaels that are classic. It's been
But it's the
rapped about
last name
forever.
that makes it happen. It's the last name that makes it happen. It's the Mike Tyson, the Michael Jackson.
Michael Sean.
Michael Sean.
Yes, but that Michael is just. I mean, it's not a bad name. It's very just like no harm, no foul, just Michael. Just
Well, shout out to her and more power to Cash Doll for choosing a name that she felt was fit for her.
So Monique. So you're Monique. We
Yeah,
kind
but
of know you're black, right?
I was almost well, if you look at the spelling of my middle name, well, I don't think that has anything to do with my color of my skin versus that I just had young parents, and I think that young people just shouldn't have kids. So
God damn. Shawnee. So
what the hell my
Shawnee,
parents was thinking when they was naming me.
is that your full last name, Shawnee? Is it Shawnee or
Shawnee is actually my middle name.
are we allowed to know your first name?
My first name is Shawnee. My first name is Tamara.
That's right, Tamara.
Which I think is a beautiful name. I'm like, why doesn't she use that name?
Well, my family called me Shawnee. At school, I was Tamara. My mom named me Tamara. My dad named me Shawnee. So I just got a plain name.
I love that name.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. I know your daughter.
Yes, she is.
Jesus, unbelievable. Next story. Shawnee is. I like Shawnee. I like Tamara. I like both of them. You got Tamara, Shawnee.
But real quick, so
that's a good flow.
But real quick, so I watched BMF, and so was that why Cash Doll was so thick this season?
Yeah, she's gotten. I'm glad you picked up on that. She's a little extra thick. She's always been a thick girl, but she plays. She plays
the love interest.
The love interest, the baby mom.
Oh, the one that had the little girl.
Yes, her name is Monique. So she plays her, and she does a great job. This is her first breakout role in terms of acting. But yes, she's a little thick, or she got a little thicker because she was pregnant.
She looked good. I didn't even recognize her at first.
No, she did look good. She really did. And 50, long segue. This is like extended, but 50 BMF, obviously that's 50's situation.
Yeah.
So 50 put a post on IG Live with Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show. And he said he always had a super crush because she literally could speak with her eyes, which I got that. I was like, 50 really is an intelligent bastard. But then he said, we need another one of these Cosby shows. And he said, I need to do something about this. And I was,
which means something's coming down the pipe.
And when he, when he said something like that, I was like, okay, 50, I'm waiting for it. Because we do need one of those shows, y'all. I mean, I love BMF, but it's still a drug dealer situation. I love Power. I love all the stuff that they've done, but it's still drug dealing, and people got to die, and people are selling drugs to people of the same skin color. So that would be amazing if 50 actually could put together some type of love situation like that. That's
normalizing black love, normalizing black family.
He's not doing it because it's a good thing. He's doing it because he'll make a boatload of money off of it. And he's already gotten pushback from the audience that says we need another Cosby Show show.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. So,
shout out to 50 though, because he gave Elvin a job. Elvin is in the book of.
Not only did 50 give Elvin a job, Tyler Perry also gave Elvin a job.
But don't be nitpicky. Don't be nitpicky now. Yeah. If he gives us a good quality, come on. If he gives us a good quality
shout out
show,
to all black execs.
I know, but don't do that. Don't do that now.
What did Tyler Perry give Elvin?
He gave him a job on that movie.
Because Tyler Perry ain't never put nothing. Tyler Perry's never put nothing out for free. Everybody got to make.
Of course not. Of course not. No.
All right.
No.
All right.
Two great businessmen.
All right.
Yes.
You was a little side eye right there. You gave 50 a little side eye right there, homie.
Yeah, what's wrong with 50?
Listen, Mike, you just said it. I think 50 is a genius. But I also think everybody has gotten this whole pushback. We don't need another drug dealer show. And here's my overall take for it, right? Because I'm not hating. Drug dealing is a part of our culture. It's part of our story. Whether you like it or not, Our stories should be told. We should tell all our stories, the good ones, the bad ones, the great ones, the sad ones. That's my take.
But it can't be the dominated story because that's not, we're not one dimensional.
Well, just segue, no segue zone right here. But I can't stand y'all rappers who talk about no snitching, but y'all want to do the soundtrack for Frank Lucas where the whole story was about him snitching.
Well, speaking of snitching,
Like,
Michael Shawn.
y'all can't have it both ways. I know we all over the place with this.
No. You're right on time, right on the money. Speaking of snitching, Michael Shawn, you know, of course, they have been dragging Tory Lanez for the gods because of what happened with Meg Thee Stallion. And, you know, once that whole shooting incident happened with her, a lot of Tory fans and non-fans alike, everybody kind of turned on him and was riding the Meg wagon. Well, I told you 2 weeks ago he didn't take the plea deal. Hold
on. Get on IG. Get in the club again. Because
I can't get in the club because my phone is dead.
Oh, you died. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, y'all! I gotta buy y'all battery packs for Christmas.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It lasted for like 3 hours, but so he didn't take the plea deal. I told you he didn't take the plea deal 2 weeks ago. Well, tables have turned. The lawyer has come out the woodworks with some damaging evidence. This pretty much probably going to exonerate Tory Lanez from this case.
Stop right there. Everybody, I want to know.
Catch IG up right quick, Mike.
IG, we're talking about Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, the case that's going on right now, where it looks like it could be a chance that Tory Lanez is found innocent on this. I just want to know if he's found innocent and he ain't shoot her. What do we say about Megan Thee Stallion?
She lied.
One by one.
She lied.
Know. Okay. So
she's gonna get a pass.
Your turn.
This is a criminal case. And so definitely because they went forward and moved forward with the case against Tory Lanez, was good for the goose, is good for the gander. It may very well turn around and she could face just like with Jussie Smollett.
But I know you're being professional. You're doing a great job. I want to know your opinion on her now.
I want to know if y'all gonna cancel the bitch.
Are we gonna cancel Megan?
Yes.
Nope.
I mean, they probably not.
Because she kept the if he is found that absolutely beyond a doubt that he did not shoot her, and mind you, some of the evidence that has come to light and the police have substantiated this evidence that she was having a fight with a female friend prior to this happening, and the witness is not tied to Tory Lanez or her. It's an independent witness. Has stated that the gunshot came from her friend and not Tory Lanez. And then the police have also identified that there was gun residue on the friend's hand.
Now they can't find the fragments of the bullets anymore. There were supposed to be fragments of the bullets that they can't find it. They all of a sudden can't find it. And all I'm going to say to all you artists, all you artists right now, I'm going to tell you right now. From here on out, I'm going to mind my business and just joke about you. I'm not getting invested in y'all no more. Because y'all had me on K104 defending Tory Lanez because I was like, wait, we don't know what happened. And women were like, and the two women on there were like, yeah, Tory Lanez shot her and did this and did that. And I was like, yeah, but we don't know.
They pretty much canceled him. And if you don't remember when he did
he
that.
Didn't get canceled?
Yes, he did.
They drug Tory.
They was going for his neck.
He has gotten tremendous backlash from this. Not only that, it's hurt him financially. He has not been allowed to perform at certain concerts. And if you remember when he was brought out, they didn't even cross paths. They didn't see each other. But because they were at the same concert performing, remember when the baby brought him out on stage? The judge brought him back to court and violated him.
So what I'm going to do is mind my business from here on out and just joke.
But he dropped the album, did the sales, did the little FTP or whatever it's called. And
he did the NFTs. But my thing was
he did some other stuff. He performed.
But if you say I shot you and I didn't,
that's messed up.
I got I got severe,
with the
He
power and the
said yes,
clout that
largely. We did cancel him.
yes, and with the
I
power
didn't
and
know.
the power and the clout that Meg has, Meg is not only and I don't want to say she's crossed over in her music, but she's crossed over in genre in terms of being accepted by mainstream music now.
And let's be clear, her
So
last album flopped.
so you have to
That
look
body
at
yada 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 that.
Yeah, that
but
didn't do the numbers that they thought
they
it was
it
thought it
gonna
may
was
do.
not
gonna
have
do.
done the numbers, but when you look at it from a global standpoint, from social media, it was it went viral for TikTok, and I guess those are the measurements these days. It was still successful. So even in her own right, and those
Nope.
things, she just got the hot with the hottie sauce at
No.
not KFC, but Popeyes.
Cardi did the same thing and
True,
made sure her album sales was popping.
true.
And
But
Here's the
just
thing.
Cardi is we look at Meg as the princess, as the we don't put her and Cardi in the same boat.
no, because she's not on
Mhm.
Cardi's level.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
But
No, every
innocent until
song is the
proven
same.
guilty is dead now. It doesn't matter
Right.
anymore.
He was tried in social. He was definitely tried in the media. He
Who?
was
I mean,
tried.
I was
Tory
mad at
Lanez.
him. I was mad about it.
Yeah, why
Everybody
was
was
you mad?
mad
This,
at
this
him.
is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm not catching feelings for y'all no more.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna put my
Yes.
feelings in because people were legitimately mad.
Mhm.
And if you're sitting there, if you've ever been in them drunken stupor party atmospheres, the fact that we decided we literally were like, you shot Megan. He's like, no, what the fuck? No, I
But if you
didn't.
think there were men out there that
Yes.
were actually coming for Tory Lane's neck, like I'm coming for you, just on the behalf of what
Who was
Meg
coming
said.
for him?
Just
There were
on
people coming
men.
for him.
it was
They were
people
pressing.
coming for
men.
him, heat, in the industry, heat, people siding with Meg and just
Oh,
taking
yeah.
Meg's word for it,
There was
not
dudes
even
saying
giving Tory the
when
benefit of the doubt of
when
it.
we see you and this like that. That's how emotional we get. And I'm gonna practice this. I'm not getting in y'all business no more. Y'all not getting me all up caught up. I'm going to just crack jokes about everything, and I'm not getting emotional about y'all no more.
I think the part for me
Because
that
y'all
made me
messy.
so upset
Y'all
was that,
messy.
like you said, people were saying, men were saying, "Oh, when we see you, we
Yeah.
this." But
Mhm.
but what frustrated me about it was, okay, but when your homeboy is offended, you get on a plane and go make it happen. So for me, it was the whole protection thing because I like Tory Lanez. I've seen him perform, been to a couple of his shows, and was like, oh, he does a great show. But then when I heard about all this and started looking at their relationship and some of the pictures and some of his actions, some of the things that he had done in the relationship, it made it very believable that he was that type of abusive.
And then we had the stories at the party from one of the Kardashians, old girl, that she smacked him up at the party.
Now you have to remember, she's a tall glass of water.
Like she smacked him up at the party, and this is why I'm not messing with y'all no more. I'm not getting emotional about this. I'm not doing it because
But it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I
make us
think
look
that
stupid.
we play this hamster wheel a lot of times when these stories come out, and people just automatically take sides before they even hear all of the facts or all of the evidence comes out, and this is what happens. It destroys careers, it destroys families, and so much more.
And y'all talk, and this is the other thing, because I'm not a tough guy. I'm 5'7". I'm not a tough guy.
Why did you say that?
No, but all you guys
5'7" has nothing to do with it.
No. It does have something to do in the man world. So don't. It does have
5'7"
something to do
is
with the man
okay in a man's world,
No,
though,
no.
right? It's not
6'4" and
You're missing
220.
the point. You're missing the point.
You're missing the point. That's why women should leave men's stuff alone. Because I know for a fact in these streets, if I'm not known for a killer, if I'm not known for shooting off, they're like, I will beat your ass, little Michael Shawn. But if I'm food, but if I'm known for just being the first one to take out a gun and shoot somebody, then all of a sudden I'm looked at differently.
Right.
What I'm saying is that these cats was really like, if Tory Lanez comes to Houston, we're gonna do this, and that.
Yes.
Y'all would not have done that to other people. Y'all did it because y'all saw the little guy. And y'all was talking crazy.
They weren't gonna do nothing because that's a whole bunch of talk.
No.
If you come here,
Shawnee,
when
rappers,
Fan
rappers.
culture-
There's a
fan
gang
culture
of
is
rappers
very
who are
dangerous.
dead.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was trying.
There's a gang
to
of
get at.
rappers who are dead. Like we're not taking that lightly.
Right.
But Kamari, you hit it on the head.
What?
Because he
Fan
said
culture is
fan
very
culture
powerful.
is very powerful.
I mean, Snoop is still talking about the time Biggie got on the radio and said, "Y'all gonna let Snoop shoot a video in Brooklyn?" And they shot up the video set.
And
So
they shot it up.
I wouldn't have went to Houston if I was Tory. I wouldn't have been out at all, honestly.
Well, and what I say is, but they know who to play with because it's very precise. When Death Row was at its height, and let's say Suge would have done that to Megan Thee Stallion, y'all wouldn't have been talking as crazy. But y'all pick on the dudes. Y'all pick on the dudes that y'all know to pick with.
So you saying because Tory Lanez is like a little R&B dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are certain people that you know that we'd be like, y'all wouldn't be that quick to be like, if you come to if you come to Brooklyn, there's certain people you'd be like, yeah, okay, well, let's find out what really happened.
Let's let this play out. Let's
just play out before we say so and so can't come to so and so.
Was it her pinky toe or was it her big toe?
Yeah,
who knows?
But if it's like Tevin Campbell, if you come on this block, we killing you, homie. Like, all right.
Yeah, and them some cowards, in my opinion. Right. You say that like that, no. But I mean, if she lied, he didn't shoot her, then she got to deal with what she needs to deal with.
She gonna get a pass.
It's not even just the I mean, and maybe she will get a pass. Maybe it'll pass over. But legally, they are not taking these things lightly anymore. And she could actually have felony charges filed against her for lying.
She's gonna be like Jerry Rice out here. She gonna get a pass.
You're gonna get a pass, but I'm gonna say 50, for example. If this would have been 50, they wouldn't have been quick to say, you better not come to so-and-so city. Not saying 50 is the end all be all. Because 50 would have addressed it directly, and y'all would have been like, oh, okay. We not saying 50 is the end all be all. I'm just saying 50 would have addressed it and be like, and what?
You're saying the situation would have looked different.
Everybody would have been so fast to jump in the front line, like, yo, 50, if I see you. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No.
But what did she do?
Yeah, you're like, well, let me see if she's a Pisces or not. Let me find that out real quick. Let me just find out. Maybe she just had a bad day. But go ahead. What's the next story?
Well, for all my Sex in the City fans, my diehard. Listen, Chris Noth, what's his name? We know him as Biggs. We know him as Biggs. That's Carrie's Biggs. The guy that was her sneaky link in the series for Sex in the City. And so, girlfriends get together and they name each other's boyfriends or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, how's Biggs? Because nobody ever knew his name. He was the sneaky link, but it was the only person that she had in her life.
But he's on the Equalizer, and he got fired off the Equalizer.
He's on the Equalizer with Queen Latifah. If you guys watch that series, and it's actually good.
They have the slowest fight scenes ever, but I love it.
She's actually dope. The fight scenes are extra geriatric.
But I like the show. I like the show. We love you, Queen Latifah. I like the show.
Yes, I love the show, though. I think it's a good fit for her at this age. But two women who have claimed that, that he's basically sexually assaulted them, two of them are actually Black that have come out, Black models.
Wow.
And there's a few more
there are more who are coming out the woodworks. And so he's basically issued a statement saying all of these women who are coming to the forefront, the sexual activities were consensual. Well, I guess they're not willing to take the risk, and they canned his ass.
No, they fired him. And
they can't. He's got fired.
So he was on Law and Order. Whatever version of his Law and Order that he was on. And one of the girls said, this was crazy. One of the girls said he had a 20 ounce of beer while he was doing the taping. And when they would say cut, he would take the beer from under the table and take a swig. I was just jealous because I tried that and I got fired at K104. Listen.
Doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't work
for everybody.
They got about 5 chicks who said, there's a lot to this. We ain't got enough time.
And it's Chris North?
Yes, I believe, and I don't believe. I believe some of it. I believe there's consensual stuff that went on, and then he got caught up in being Mr. Big. And then there was some unconsensual stuff that went on. I think there's some stuff where he offended women because he was so used to being able to be like, yo, just come here and make this happen. But they said there was one 17.
Please
There
don't
was
say
one
a
under.
17-year-old girl.
Yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
get him. I mean, there's I mean, they may not be able to get him on everything, but certainly when they put an underage anything into the mix,
I think there needs to be a reboot at a certain point where we need to go from this point on. I'm not saying he shouldn't get in trouble, but I do think we have to understand that they were different rules in 2000 than they are right now, and in 1998 that they are right now. Not making it right, because my daughter, I'd be pissed. But there are some rules that are just different now. They're just different.
Sexual assault is sexual assault. So I'm wondering. I'm waiting, and I want to see the details in the case, how this unfolds, because again, consensual. There's a very fine line between non-consensual and consensual sex.
But
if you're in the room and I say, hey, you know what, I'm with it, and then we get in between in the mix of it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I changed my mind. I'm not about this life. I think I want to go. And you still go ahead and.
But not even that. If I put my hand on your shoulder, Mo,
yes,
and I say something crazy to you in your ear, you can get me for sexual assault.
Well, sexual harassment.
No, you can get me if I put pressure on your shoulder.
Oh, yes, because you physically touch me.
Yes.
Yes,
it can turn into sexual assault.
Yes.
Like, I'm not excusing anything. I don't give a damn about Mr. Big. I don't care what happens to him. I'm just saying.
If you're sitting next to me and we're having a conversation and you whisper over in my ear and put your hand on my knee.
Yeah, and I pull it over. Yeah.
That is sexual assault. We don't consider that sexual assault.
If I pull it over, it's totally different.
You might be like, well, what? I just grabbed her knee and kind of like moved her closer to me. That was still a forcible. It's called forcible. So,
personal space is important.
Personal space is important. And I just want to see how this turns out. I want to see once the actual, people come forward and they start releasing some of the dockets.
All right, let's get out of here. Because isn't there another Sex in the City coming out? Something like okay.
It's like a spinoff. It's another spinoff, but all of us original Sex in the City followers, it's never as good as the first time.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's wrap it up. I mean, listen, man. I exposed myself. I didn't even say pause. I'm a Sex in the City fan. I didn't even say pause. Like I watched the TV show on HBO. I watched the movies. I watched Jennifer Hudson do her thing.
I actually teared up when Biggs left her at the altar. When she had to get in the car and run away and Biggs ain't come out and marry her. I was like, the fuck is going on here?
Who didn't tear up? Damn it, I teared up too, damn it.
Mike got red bottoms in his closet.
Hey, don't forget, Mike has a show Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So Wednesday and Thursday, we are at the Arlington Improv. Go ahead, get your tickets.
We're at the Arlington Improv. Go to @MikeShawn tap that link in the bio, and we're going to rock out. All right, y'all. Love me for who I am. And thank you for everybody on the show. Thank you. Kamari, thank you for spending extra time and talking about stuff that has nothing to do with NFTs and taxes and stuff like that. Sexy Mo, thank you. Shoney Scott, thank you. Jay Black left early. He's a slacker. Let's just say it. He's a slacker.
The producer who doesn't produce.
Jay Black doesn't care about this.
Jay was going to therapy for his baby mama issues.
Yeah, Jay Black, you're a slacker. There's no way you have that excuse when everybody's doing more than you. All right, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. Understand you fight for everything in your life, parking spots, the big piece of chicken, and all types of stuff. Fight for your happiness and never let somebody take that from you. It's Michael Shawn and Takeover Legend. See y'all tomorrow morning. Yeah, y'all.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you